Leader. Oh, wait, I am your leader.
Your powerhouse home for classic rock and roll. KKID 92.9 FM is KKID Salem Rama.
Freedom, keep walking, keep on your toes and don't stop talking about freedom. You get going, lots to be learning, lots to be knowing about people. You gotta reach them, sit them right down, then you gotta teach them about freedom. You gotta win it, gotta put yourself smack dab in it. Hey, tomorrow, it goes away. On the freedom, just might come away.
CARE was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties. So you can't just say that today someone is looking at me strange, that I am going to try to make myself look pleasant. You have to say, this person is looking at me strange. I am not comfortable with it. I am going to go talk to them and ask them why. Because that is a right you have.
Freedom, keep trying, people stay alive and people keep dying for freedom. Don't lose it, gotta understand you just can't abuse it. Freedom, get moving, never gonna stop till everybody moving on love for one another. Call it some friend and call it some friend.
Want to get it off your chest? Call the Dave Weinbaum Show. They accuse this show of being run by boobs. Well, let me tell you something about us boobs. We're real and we're spectacular. Want politics and fun sprinkled with a lot of laughs? You're in the right place. Heard in 50 states and 98 countries, now in its 11th year. The Dave Weinbaum Show is on the air. Some people did something. Ilhan Omar, United States of America Congresswoman. How dare she insult the jihadis, animals, who bragged about their accomplishment of murdering 3,000 Americans in one day. Not only Americans, but Christians, Jews, and guess what? Other Muslims. Palestinians were so proud and happy, they celebrated in the streets with candy and partying and hooping and whooping on 9/12/01 and beyond. They were very, very proud of this and consider it a major achievement. Proud of KSM, Osama bin Laden, and the 19 Saudi jihadis who saw this as an attack that would crumble the West in one magnificent swoop to force the USA to submit to jihad and Sharia law. And that's who Ilhan Omar and Rashid Tlaib worship. And that's who Ilhan Omar and Rashid Tlaib represent. Not the USA and the Judeo-Christian tenets this country was founded on. They raise money for the Muslim Brotherhood and CARE. And they want mercy for ISIS murderers and have no respect for America and what it stands for. If they were Christians or Jews speaking out in one of the 57 Muslim countries, they would be subject to Sharia law, jailed, tortured, and killed. This is part of a planet-wide war for jihadi violent Muslims to take over the world. And guess what? Sharia law and our Constitution is mutually exclusive. Or am I wrong? Hi there, this is Dave Weinbaum on Friday the 13th. I'm here with my lovely wife, Lisa Weinbaum. Ooh, goodness, I love when I say that. Do you like when I say that, honey?
It's very nice.
It's very nice.
Thanks for including
And I'm
me.
here with the radio legend, Stan Hines. Hi, Stan. How you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm good. Well, good. I'm happy to hear that. And I don't know who's on the phone, but what's your name, JJ, and where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ in beautiful Rolla, Missouri.
All right, well, wait, hold on a second. Here we go, baby. What a way to start the morning. I love
That's
this.
right.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can
All over the place.
singing, we will rock you.
We will rock you.
Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street, gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face, a big disgrace, waving your banner all over the place.
We will rock you. JJ,
I am
you
so pleased.
are you ready to rock us?
I think so. Say, Dave,
Yes.
I've got two things that are sticking in my craw.
Yes, sir.
Today. Number one, the Democrat debates. I couldn't bring myself to watch this pack of clowns, so I did read the transcript this morning.
Oh.
And one thing that stuck out was Beto O'Rourke saying, yeah, we're going to come take
Oh,
your
yeah.
AR-15s. Yeah, we're going to take your AK-47s.
Yeah.
Let me use that as a segue into something else. Last week when I called you, I was at the Generation 3 Gun Championship, and this particular championship is a benefit for junior 3-gunners. This is 18 years of age and younger. And let me tell you, out of 160 people that participated in that, no one died. No one got injured other than a few skinned knees from falling on the rough terrain. No accidental discharges. Nobody was harmed. And I got to tell you that the juniors that shot that thing are the most responsible, respectful, safe gun handling kids I've ever seen. So when the clowns like Beto say, yeah, we got to take the guns away, kids can get a hold of them, crazy people can get a hold of them, there's another side to that coin, and that is the responsible use of those firearms. Now, let me tell you, this thing was shot against the clock. You got to be accurate, you got to be fast, you got to handle those guns safely, and they did. So here's a big event. Nobody got hurt, nobody got robbed, nobody got beat up, nobody got shot. That's the other side of the Beto O'Rourke coin. Responsible Second Amendment gun ownership, and I applaud them.
Well,
Now,
this Beto O'Rourke thing, it vacates what happens in history when governments go out and confiscate guns. In Russia, when they went out in the 20s and 30s to confiscate guns, they would murder whole families who tried to hide any or
Of course.
refused.
You
They
saw
would
it with
murder
them.
them all. This
You saw
should
football
raise
pot.
an amazing amount of hairs on the back of everyone's spine who is listening to this.
Now, recognize that, remember that all the Dems held their hands up for Medicare for all in a previous debate.
Yes, sir.
Nobody jumped on Beto's bandwagon about confiscation, but you watch. In the next week or two, they'll all raise their hands to that too, including Crazy Bernie.
Well, listen, they don't give a darn about school kids getting killed. They do not. Just like they don't give a darn about people who are homeless in the streets. It's proof that all they want is power. All they want to do is use the issues. All they want to do is get the power. And then we're screwed.
It is the corrupt power. Don't forget that these folks are known for a lot of corruption and aren't even bothering to hide it anymore. It's a power grab. I can't imagine a reasonable person voting for any one of these clowns. But it'll happen. Some folks will do it.
Well, of course.
I've got to tell you, you better get the conservative word out and get people mobilized. This is the fight of our lives.
I know that's why you're here, and I know that's why I'm here, and Stan, and Lee. Well, I'm not sure why Lisa's here. She's looking up. She's actually looking up stuff on Drudge, so I guess she's working today. She's not playing games, and she's.
But she is eating.
Are you eating too right now?
Yes, this is where I have breakfast.
Okay. This is like
I
her
think
little.
Lisa is there to keep you tethered in reality.
Well, reality.
Yeah.
You know what? I have no hat on today. Not even a MAGA hat. Stan has his hair today. And actually, Stan's hair is really looking good. Did you get your hair done or what?
No, I just...
is that a wig?
It's fluffy.
I washed it this morning, but, just
wow.
It's kind of fluffy.
I'm the only bald guy standing up here in the radio station.
Well, I'm kind of glad the sun isn't out,
But I go up to Lisa. I said, does this match? I'm wearing a Bulldog shirt. And she says, no, it doesn't match. You're wearing blue pants. Well, I said, I thought it said Blue Dogs, not Bulldogs. So, I thought I matched, but I don't. And who cares? I'm on radio. Right, JJ?
But let's face it. You have a face for radio.
No, that wasn't necessary. I mean, this is not just because you're a handsome 251-year-old person does not mean you get to insult the youth of our country, me.
I have wrinkles where...
You ever think about, I wonder how Methuselah looked at 800 and some years old?
I don't know.
Looked like a much older version of me.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't give a damn what his robe looked like.
Probably not.
There you go. Hey, JJ, you got anything else, buddy?
I do. You mentioned in your monologue about Talib and Omar, and of course there is a movement to investigate Omar regarding election fraud and bigamy and some other interesting possibilities.
Yeah.
Whether that'll go anywhere or not, who knows? But it would be interesting if she was prosecuted for that and ultimately removed from the Congress. I think that would be poetic justice there.
Well, it would be, but it's probably not going to happen because you got Democrats who would be afraid to vote against her. They just wouldn't do it. But it would be interesting. So
she has the corrupt Democrats behind her.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, okay, Dave, that's all I got. God bless you. And
hey, JJ, God bless. By the way, you're going to be on later in the show in one of your little screeds to the Rabbi last week. It was that good.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You actually did a lot to interview the Rabbi, and it was great. It was great radio.
Dave, it was quite a treat to have him on live.
Yes.
I suggest you do that as often as possible.
Yes, it was. And thank you, JJ. Have a great weekend, all right? Thanks for being the opening act again on the Dave Weinbaum Show. Got his own song, not bad. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Brian from Salem.
Hey, Brian, how you doing? You sound like you're worked up this morning.
Oh, he is.
Well, I don't know if Stan's had time to talk to you about what's that?
I haven't.
He hasn't talked to me about it.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, if your listeners would get online and fire up the search engine and type in Swedish scientist supports cannibalism or eating dead people or something on that order, then you will find out just how absolutely wacko these environmentalist kooks are. This Swedish scientist says that in order to raise less beef, which they claim cows contribute to global warming and blah, blah. Okay. In order to raise less beef, we should eat dead people to conserve growing beef.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, wow.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
That is disgusting. I mean, why we pay any attention whatsoever to them when it comes to anything, climate change, global warming, anything really, why do we put any stock in people who have those types running around amongst their midst and do not come out and say, no way, get out of here, shut up, we don't want to hear from you, you're not really
We get
our
it from
guy.
the United States. Bernie wants to go overseas and abort babies in third world countries. Where's Jesse Jackson on that? Where's Al Sharpton? You know, it's the same stuff. I mean, it's nuts.
Hey, that's going on here, and where are those guys? Because
that's what I'm talking about.
The African-American population aborts a lot higher percentage of their babies than us Caucasians do.
And they're crazy because most of them support Planned Parenthood, except for people like, Candace Owens, who figured out, what the hell are we supporting? Somebody who's committing genocide on our babies. I mean, they figured it out. Thank God.
If you want to look at somebody who is a pro-abortion and absolutely 100% racist, study the life of Margaret Sanger.
I have.
She was the founder of Planned Parenthood, and she deliberately put the abortion mills in African-American areas so as to kill as many babies as possible.
I have written at least 3 articles on Planned Parenthood and Margaret Sanger. Yes, sir. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Brian,
see you later.
You have a great weekend. Thank you for the call. I have another caller, right? Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave.
Hi.
It's Joanne in Adolph in Winslow.
Oh, hey. How you doing, Joanne? What's going on?
I'm doing good. You didn't watch the debate last night, I hope.
I watched parts of it, and I watched highlights. I mean, it was really tough to handle.
The 3 of them remind me of the Three Stooges. You know, Larry, Moe, Curly. Yeah. I don't even want to look at the 3 of them on Facebook, much less on TV.
You know, it's kind of a waste of time. It's like, how much can they give him? Did you hear Yang? He's going to give away $12,000 or something like that to 10 American families. He won the debate, by the way. According to the poll on Dredge, he won overwhelmingly the debate. You know, you just give. Well, if I had given 20,000, I would have won. You know, to 10 families.
The 3 of them scare me.
Yeah, you should be very, very scared. You should be very, very aware, and you are. I mean, you are aware. Adolf is aware, and that's the whole idea of this show, is to make people aware what's really going on. And I do this work.
People don't have any idea.
I happen to be a news nut and always have been. I wasn't always a bright guy, but I always loved listening to the news and finding out what the hell was going on in the world and why things were a certain way. And just in the last 11 years or so have I used that to communicate what I've found out over my years of study. Not really officially a degree in anything like that, but I know what I'm talking about generally, and if I don't, I find out.
Keep an eye on what's going on.
I'm current.
I mean, if you don't, you're just walking around in the dark.
And there's too many things that are so obvious to me now that, watching the debate of the Democrats would have been the whole debate. I watched parts of it. I turned it on, and then when it went to commercial, I turned something else on. But still, I got the gist. I know what they're doing. I know how they're pandering, and I know how much they really hate America. Yeah. They really hate us.
They hate Trump and all the good stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
He can't do anything right. Everything is his fault.
They don't respect our elections. They don't respect the Electoral College. You didn't hear one peep out of them before the election in 2016 about the Electoral College. But now they want to get rid of that. They want to expand all the judges to where the Republican advantage of appointing judges under Trump and the Supreme Court is gone. It's nullified, and that's their only answer is that we lost. We want to take our ball and kick it on home. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah. Well, listen. You say hi to Lisa, okay?
And you say hi to Adolf.
All right.
Hi, Lisa. Here, you can say hi to Lisa right now.
One of these Fridays, okay?
Lisa, say hi. Hi. No, honey. There's a microphone there. That's why it's there. It's speaking to the microphone.
I was trying to hear what she was saying about Friday.
Hi,
okay.
Lisa. How are you?
Hi,
All right.
I'm well, thank you.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, that's enough, ladies. Come on.
Have a
I love you
good
all.
weekend.
I love you both, but you know
Okay.
what? I got a show to do. I'm sorry,
thanks.
but thank you so much. Hi to
Have a good
Adolf.
weekend.
All right, you too. All right, so wow, a smattering of colors.
That's right. And here's something special just
Yes.
for Bernie.
The new Amazon Echo has everyone asking Alexa for help.
Alyssa, what time is it? What the hell is wrong with this blasted thing? Amanda!
But the latest technology isn't always easy to use for people of a certain age.
These kids done bought me a busted machine again. Oh, yes, sir.
That's why Amazon partnered with AARP to present the new Amazon Echo Silver, the only smart speaker device designed specifically to be used by the greatest generation. It's super loud and responds to any name even remotely close to Alexa, so they can find out the weather.
Allegra, what is the weather outside?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Huh?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Where?
Outside.
What about it?
The temperature outside is 74 degrees and sunny.
I don't know about that.
The latest in sports.
Clarissa, how many did old Satchel strike out last night?
Satchel Paige died in 1982.
How many he get?
Satchel Paige is dead.
He what now?
Died.
Who did?
Satchel Paige.
I don't know about that.
That's good stuff, Stan. Thank you very much.
I'm telling you.
That's Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Stan is here, and he's got a free reign on this stuff. And he's going to do it whenever he feels like it, and I completely sponsor that. Now, there might be times when I don't really want it, but that's okay. You know, the main problem right now with the Cardinals is when they don't swing the bat. When you don't swing the bat, you don't hit the ball.
That's
so
right.
all the pitcher has to do is throw strikes, and you're out. And that's what I've discerned all year long is when they've failed, they're looking for walks. Carpenter and such looking for walks, takes 3 strikes and has the audacity to look at the umpire after the 3rd strike and give him dirty looks because it's his fault? I mean, come on. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I hope this isn't Carpenter. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill. Salem.
Well, I haven't heard from you, Bill.
I was wondering.
From Salem. What's going on, my man?
Case in a lot.
Huh? Speak loud into the phone because I can't really hear you too good.
I'm sorry. I've kind of been taking vacation, been going places.
How do you take a vacation from this show? It's streaming live on DaveWeinbaum.net.
What?
And it's streaming live on Facebook and Spreaker and all these other things, right? Is Dan?
Yeah.
All right. What about iHeartRadio? No more?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Bill from Salem, you're on. Bill?
I think we might have lost him because his phone was not coming in.
Well, call me
very
back. Call me back. What the heck? Oh, there he is, I bet. Is this Bill, the phoneless from Salem?
Yes.
That's what I thought. All right, what can I do for you, my man?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but did you happen to see Bill de Blasio on Tucker Carlson the other day?
Yeah, I saw parts of that, and I think he did a Hannity show, too. Yeah.
Well, it just made me laugh because Tucker Carlson said, why is it that the people who protect you can carry AR-15s and these weapons you want to ban, but nobody else? And more or less, de Blasio said, I'm important.
That's right. He's important. We're not. You're not. I'm not. Stan isn't. Lisa is, but, hell. I don't think they were concerned about her either. No, I heard that part especially, and that's sick. That's sick. How dare this jerk who works 7 hours, apparently, in 2 years, and now he's running for president? He's a complete.
All men are created equal.
Ask the police in New York what they think of him, and then stand back for the flurry of coarse curse words.
Yeah,
coarse curse words. Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, not bad.
Well,
alliteration, baby. That's my style. Go ahead.
I ran across this essay this woman, Alyssa Algram, wrote.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw. Did you see that by chance?
No, Alexa? Did you say?
Alessa Algren.
No, we hadn't.
No.
She said she was sitting in the coffee shop drinking coffee and looking at people on their laptops and watching all these cars drive by, and she started reading Newsweek, where AOC said this whole millennial generation does not know what prosperity. They don't know it.
Yeah.
There's no prosperity.
Right.
And she just went around and was just thinking, and more or less she said that, that was facts. She said that it was the most entitled and factually illiterate thing she's ever read.
Well, you got to read more. You got to read more of AOC then, because she says a lot stupider things, quite frankly.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she said, she goes, these last two generations have known nothing but prosperity.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, listen, Bill. Bill, I got to get going. I got to take a break. The rabbi's coming on in 4 minutes, and I really appreciate your call, Bill from Salem. All right. Have a good weekend. Okay, we're going to be right back. We got a great show ahead of you. You don't have time to even tell you about that, but we got great interviews coming up. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Wow, Marianne, it's been another busy day here at Miller Glass.
Yes, it has, Kathy. Our auto glass guys have been rocking.
Yes, they have. Rock chips, windshield replacements, and regulators.
Yeah, and don't forget that we also do headlight restoration and side view mirror replacements.
Remember, there is no job too big or too small for the Miller Glass Auto team.
And we also have mobile service. At Miller Glass, we install it all.
The Grand McExtreme Bacon Burger is one of McDonald's most popular burgers in Spain. To try one, you'd have to reprogram your GPS,
Recalculate it.
go to the airport, leave your car, buy a plane ticket, land in Madrid, and go to McDonald's.
Bienvenida a McDonald's.
Or you could hang that next left and get to your neighborhood McDonald's now. Because for a limited time, the juicy Grand McExtreme Bacon Burger and other worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
If you've watched Storage Wars, you know how smelly and moldy your valuables can get. Daniel's climate-controlled units ends all that. It's like a spa for your stuff. Call Investment Realty at 364-4050 and reserve a unit for Daniel's climate-controlled and secure storage. That's 364-4050. Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Some people did something, said a freshman congresswoman from Minnesota, to support and justify the creation of CARE. Today I am here to respond to you exactly who did what to whom. Madam, objectively speaking, we know who and what was done. There is no uncertainty about that. Why your confusion? On that day, 19 Islamic terrorists, members of Al-Qaeda, killed over 3,000 people and caused billions in dollars of economic damage. Is that clear? But as to whom? I was attacked. Your relatives and friends were attacked. Our constitutional freedoms were attacked. And our nation's founding on Judeo-Christian principles were attacked. That's what some people did. Got that now? We are here today, Congresswoman, to tell you and the squad just who did what to whom.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. And this man, thank you, Stan.
Yeah, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man travels the world, uniting Christians and Jews. He's the future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel Casino Golf Course Spa, and the official rabbi to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Rabbi Moshe Rothchild. That's all the way from Jordan. That's all the way from Jordan, maybe even Egypt and Saudi Arabia.
And, yeah.
Hi, Rabbi. How are you? I haven't seen you in such a long time.
Yeah, I'm good, Dave. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
I think you demoted me. I used to be the chief rabbi of all of Missouri. Now I'm just...
I know, but I figured, what's more impressive? You know?
Okay.
I also used to say that you're the second most powerful in Israel, and in your own house, according to your wife, Yonit. And we know that's pretty true, don't we? Oh, go ahead, admit it. I taped the show, Anyways, we had a nice visit on Saturday's Sabbath morning, where you were in my house, and we talked about a lot about God and His seeming failures at creating the earth and universe 5 times before succeeding. Now, I Googled this and I couldn't really find it. How could this happen?
Okay. What you're referring to, Dave, what I quoted was an ancient Jewish source. It's called the Midrash, which are rabbinic legends and stories that give color to our world. And basically they said that when God created the world, He did it 5 times, each time failing and having to reconstruct it each time. And the message of the message of the rabbinic teaching was that just like God failed, so to speak, we too, as human beings, sometimes when we fail, but we have to learn to recreate after we fail. And recreating after failure is often more challenging than building initially. Because there's a lot of excitement when you try to do something the first time, but when you fail and you try to redo it, it's very hard to pick yourself back up and dust yourself off and move forward.
It's a wonderful story, and it's a wonderful message. It's just hard to get your hands around God failed at something because he's all-knowing and perfect, right?
Right. I mean, so that's why I say it's a legend. It's it's meant to teach us a lesson. The same way, parents do things for their kids that aren't, try to teach them lessons. So
yeah, all right. Okay, well, we're all the children of God, and that's pretty well known. Hey, Israel Israel is accused of spying on the U.S. Trump. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Yeah, Israel is accused of spying on the U.S. and this was a political story where 3 ex-Obama aides were involved in this story. So is this a total fraud?
Yeah, well, our prime minister said it's a blatant lie, where it's a total fraud, and trying to create distance and space between Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu. And I believe it. You know, they'll do anything to try to create that space. You know, especially this week when our prime minister Netanyahu announced that if he's reelected, he's going to annex parts of Judea and Samaria, including the Jordan Valley and the northern part of the Dead Sea. And he had informed the U.S. administration prior to this announcement, and the U.S. administration did not object. So we see tremendous cooperation between the U.S. and Benjamin Netanyahu. And there are those who would like to see daylight between Israel and the U.S. So I think that's where this story is really based, in those who would like to damage the relationship between Netanyahu and Trump.
Al Qaeda's leader, Ayman al-Zawahiri, he is the successor of Osama bin Laden, calling for Palestinians to martyr themselves in the murder of Israelis, and this was released on 9/11. Is there something in there other than just pure hatred of Jews? Or is this involved? He mentioned Israel's annexing of the Golan Heights.
Right. Well, I would half agree with him. I think they should martyr themselves, but they shouldn't take anybody with them. Yeah. You know, you heard about the bomb maker here, that he had a workplace accident. So I said that I hope he rests in pieces. But in any,
I hope you didn't mean that to mean pizzas, because it came out a little bit like that. Oh goodness! No, see, there's a whole new different sad and ugly humor to that. But right. No, I understand the point, and I understand. I understand the shrapnel too.
When they say such a thing on 9/11, again, it just underscores the relationship between the United States and Israel in the eyes of the terrorists, where they see, you know, a tragedy that happened in the United States, an attack by 19 Al Qaeda members on September 11th, 2001, and they see that the United States as the great Satan and Israel as the small Satan, and so therefore they'll announce on 9/11 that they're trying to encourage attacks against Israel.
Well, there almost seems to be like a contest in the Arab Muslim world on who is the most effective at killing Jews and Christians and things like that. Al Qaeda versus ISIS versus Hamas versus Hezbollah versus Iran. Muslim Brotherhood. I mean, they're all kind of involved with each other, and yet they're kind of competing, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, the one good thing is that they all hate each other. Yeah. That there is no unity amongst all these groups that you mentioned. They all hate each other, and that was, I think, not the irony, but that's sort of the rub, in that they hate each other. If they would get together and really pool their vile resources and try to achieve their aims together with unity, they might have more success. But the blessing is that they all hate each other: Hamas and Hezbollah and Iran and Lebanon and Syria, and they all are competing with each other.
Isn't it interesting that Israel's making some pretty interesting inroads in with some of the Arab countries?
Yeah, I think I don't remember if I mentioned last week on air how the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, two Arab countries, condemned the Hezbollah, and our prime minister said, quote, he says, "This is messianic." I mean, the idea of having Arab countries condemning Hezbollah is just really, that's unheard of. But there is definitely a shift.
Well, here's another unheard of thing. Saudi Crown Prince meets with U.S. Christian evangelist. Did you have anything to do with this? What's up?
No, I had nothing to do with that. But that is big news. That is big news. And by the way, I want your listeners to know we have an election coming up this Tuesday in Israel, September 17th, and the Joint Arab List, meaning the Arab parties all together, according to the polls, they will get about 10 seats, which makes them Israel's about our third largest party in the Knesset. Which for those who want to say Israel's an apartheid state and so on and so forth, I mean, what apartheid state will have the third largest party being an Arab party?
Well, that begs the question, though. What happens if they ever become the majority party?
Well, I mean,
it's over, ain't it?
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, that's not going to happen because of sheer numbers.
Yeah.
But the fact that if they get 10 seats, that gives them, out of the 120 seats in the Knesset, we're talking about a little less than 10%. I mean, that's a large opposition.
Every Jewish couple in Israel should, all over the world really, but in Israel especially, should get busy and have kids, more kids. That's
we are.
one
Our
safeguard.
birth rate is higher. Higher than the Arab birth rate here. It's about 3.7.
There you go.
So we are turning them out.
Now, one last thing: cable cars over Jerusalem. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Wow.
They want to make it more accessible for people to get down to the Western Wall.
So you're going to be like Chicago. You're going to have like trains above the city.
Yeah. They're building more local light rails and going to be a cable car. It's going to be amazing. Yeah.
So where can people find and contribute to you, and also hire you to be a crew? I mean, a guide in Israel, because you are the best according to your fellow guides in Israel. Because I heard them tell me that when you were giving me and Lisa a guided tour.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they can go to my website, israelalliance.org, or they can email me at Rabbi Moshe at israelalliance.org. I'd love to hear from you.
You know, Rabbi, I don't know if you know about my past very well, but my foster parents, they used to stomp on me to reach high objects. Yeah, I was their step ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe Rothchild. Lisa's looking at me like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I have to talk to people that understand deep, sarcastic humor. And that was deep and sarcastic, wasn't it? That would be the rabbi.
I tried to warn you this didn't work yesterday.
No, I actually changed it, so I made it better.
You did.
All right, thanks, Rabbi.
Thanks, Rabbi.
You got anything more?
All right.
You got a joke? No, you don't have a joke. Why? Because you haven't read one yet. All right, go read some jokes so you can report back. I make mine up, by the way. What's that?
Come on, that bomb maker was a good joke.
You made that up?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did too.
You did too?
You did.
All right. All right, I got to give you credit. Thank you, Rabbi.
All right.
Shabbat shalom, my friend. How do you need the kids?
Guys.
All right, thank you, Rabbi. Oh, wow. Hey, what's going on with that? I didn't expect that. I can't forget about it now. Slouchers are handy, especially when you're sitting in a row behind them. Forget about it. You know, just thinking about this, but they have this thing now. They have I'm kind of a sloucher, you know, because I lean back on my couch and work on the show a lot. And they now have a screen that if you lean back and slouch, the further you get away from the screen, the more blurred it gets. And if you sit closer with the proper posture,
oh boy,
it rewards you with a clear screen.
Is it a politically correct TV?
It must be. You know, it must be. But you know, that's a positive thing from for you slouchers out there like me. You know, don't forget about this. It's a good lesson. All right.
That's right.
You know, forget about it at your own peril. All right, we're back on the show. Thank you, Stan, once again. I wanted to mention something. You know, my show is out there in, it's in the Los Angeles area. It's on a station called KMET, K-M-E-T. And we send it out there. It's on 11 o'clock in the morning. It's on 1490, 11 o'clock in the morning Pacific time.
On Sunday.
And I really haven't gotten statistics, so I kind of pushed them for statistics. Yeah, it's on Sunday, 11 in the morning. Yeah, amazing. 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, which I don't think is that great of a time, but, hey, what the hell. So the guy sends me a summary, and I've been on there for about 5, 6, 7 years, I forget. And I haven't paid much attention to it. So I asked the guy for some stats. They have a total listenership of roughly 300,000 a week, okay? My show does 80,000 per week. 80,000 per week. I'm 27% of their whole radio station, for goodness sakes, and they have 32 shows, including Dave Ramsey.
Wow.
All right? They have the Lakers. They have the Rams. They have the Anaheim Angels. And I'm 27% of their broadcasts. And here's their top 5 markets. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., New York, and Chicago. And here's their international markets. Mexico City, Pueblo, Mexico, Jiamusi, China, Beijing. Between the two of those cities, there's about 24 million Chinese. All right, Seoul, South Korea, Ipswich, England, Toronto, Jakarta, Indonesia, and Guadeloupe region of France in the Caribbean. Okay, this is just nuts. Wow. I have 4.16 million listeners. And about 80,000 a week, which will fill, most big stadiums. That's like standing up and giving a concert if you're, the Rolling Stones. I'm just like stunned about it. I don't know what to do about it. You know. All right. Anyways, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's Lee from Richland.
Hi, Lee. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, my wife's got her iPod. She's walking down the basement here. She's all forked to that. I'm trying to get her to turn it off so I can... Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make a couple comments. One is I will start out with thanking you for your support and your moral values and stuff that you all stand openly with, knowing the kind of business you all have, the radio station, your businesses, that you will still stand strong on your views and not waver. To me, that says a whole lot about the kind of people you all are.
Well, that means a lot to us. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not much on fast foods, but anytime I can hit a Weinbaum shop when I'm hungry, I'll go ahead and hit it because I know what you're standing for.
You know what? I like your attitude.
Yeah.
Now, there are some that they tried to boycott me in the old days, and it didn't work.
Well, I appreciate your radio station too.
Yeah.
This is awesome that what they do. I'm glad that they're standing up for it. I have to say too, this speech that the man gave on 9/11 that lost his mother.
Yes.
Speaking of that Omar with a small O, I want to say that speech probably goes up there as the highest Winston Churchill speech and everything. It's just right there at the top. That speech, it just was awesome.
And people that revealed these people, like Loomer, who also is extraordinarily brave. I mean, a lot braver than I am, let me tell you. She got lifetime banned from Facebook and Twitter because of hate speech, and she didn't say anything hateful that I can tell. And people like Michelle Malkin are being punished for standing up for who? Her. I'm sure I'm shadow banned, partially because I also include Laura Loomer in my advertising. Where? On Facebook and Twitter. And so, I'm going with the flow here. I'm trying to keep the show on. I'm trying to keep the show on social media because that's where it's spread out. But you're right. It does take some nerve, and a lot of people don't have that nerve. You're going to see a lot of people on Fox who will not mention her anymore. Sean Hannity.
Yeah. Well, that was true. I mentioned that too. The other night when Trump did them great campaigns and we got a couple of men elected. I listen to Fox Radio News, and I am ticked off that it wasn't. I kept waiting for him to say something about it. I kept thinking, you know, I bet them guys won, and the radio stations don't want to hardly talk about it.
You talking about the North Carolina Republican running, and they didn't mention it?
No, I waited and waited. I listened to it quite often, and I kept waiting for him to speak something on it. You know, I thought, you all are missing a great opportunity. You know, that it just really boils my blood. You know that they did not want to speak. You know, these people that Trump, I think, has a great results when he campaigns for people. You know, there's not too many people that lost. Well, he went in the campaign for him.
You know, that guy was just about 2 weeks before that, he was 17 points behind the Democrat who had been running all along, and he was primaried at the special election. You know how powerful Trump is. He did that rally in North Carolina the day before the election. That's how powerful this president. It's got to scare the hell out of the Democrats, but they'll never admit it. And why it wasn't, it was on Fox, on other news shows. Why it wasn't on that particular show.
TV shows.
I don't understand. I don't understand. You know, I don't understand Fox News.
Yeah, the radio stations, part of Fox News. When I hear, I don't watch.
You know who it was? You know who was was on the radio station?
It was just the news. I don't know about the. Okay. You turn it on every hour, you get the news. Fox Radio. And that's why I kept waiting.
Yeah. All right, listen, my friend. How do you know the bride, Pam, right? Lisa says hi. Say hi, Lisa. Okay, we got talking to the man. What is it with you?
She's upstairs exercising.
Oh, she's upstairs exercising. All right.
Yeah, she's up. I've been thinking about it, but she's upstairs exercising.
Well, somebody's got to think about it. No, I agree with that. Somebody got to think about it, you know? And then we just what? We kind of just forget about it. All right, thanks, Lee. Have a great one.
Thank you all.
Have a great weekend. All right, we're going to take a break right now, and we got here's what we got coming up. I thought I told you about some pretty good news out of it's really Riverside, California. It's between San Bernardino and Palm Springs and L.A. And it sits right like along the highway where they got like 600,000 cars going every weekday. Well, this is Sunday though. You know, the show's on Sunday. And you would think I was just shocked when I heard that. And I thought I was reading it wrong, but no, the guy called me later and said, no, that's what they reflect. Roughly 80,000 a week. Wow. That's just incredible.
Some people in L.A. with some good taste.
Yeah, well, L.A.
We appreciate
it. It's not even in San Francisco. That's a bigger market than L.A. You know who is running for Congress there? She'll be on at 11 o'clock. DeAnna Lorraine, she's running for Congress against Nancy Pelosi. That's her district. Okay? So we got the Rabbi. We had the Rabbi. We got Cheryl Chumley coming up in about 7 minutes. We got Loomer coming on at 10:30, DeAnna at 11, and Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim, a very, very wonderful interview with her usually, and always. What am I talking about? And we got a great show. Stan's here, and Lisa's here. Steve's in the house. Jesse's over there. You know, I mean, it's a good team we got here. All right. So call the show 573-364-4433 and get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips & More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips & More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by the Akar broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
It's been over 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. The name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. Thousands of customers have done business with Muffler Mart because they do what they say they're going to do. Woo! The next time you need work on your vehicle, head to Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Raleigh. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434. Muffler Mart in Raleigh.
The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The all-new 2019 Silverados have arrived at Fairground Auto Plaza. Get 0% APR for 72 months or $9,015 of total value on the all-new 2019 Crew Cab LT All-Star Z71 for well-qualified buyers with GM financing. Check out everything Fairground Auto Plaza has to offer. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Raleigh for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
In some ways, buying a new truck is a lot easier now than it used to be. You can get online and read the reviews to find out what the experts think. And the experts at Car and Driver put the Dodge Ram well ahead of the competition. They love the comfortable interior and the composed hauling ability. And right now, you can get up to $9,000 cash back in addition to 5 years of 0% financing. Come take a test drive at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, your hometown dealer, during Dodge Power Days and see what you think. We're on South 63 in Rolla and online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
When ready to find the best steak in Rolla, head over to Sydney's at 707 North Pine in downtown Rolla. All their steaks are aged 30 days and hand-cut to perfection. This weekend is Ribeye Weekend. Get a 16-ounce ribeye steak with Sydney's signature spice blend and 2 sides only $14.99. And choose Sydney's with over 100 different whiskeys, scotches, and bourbons and over a dozen draft beers to complement the best steak around. Call 426-3707 for reservations. Lunch specials on Facebook. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 1:30 a.m. daily.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
It's not a coincidence that as illegal immigration surged, wages for American workers stagnated. What changed is that Democrats stopped caring about those workers, about the middle class, really. Why? Here's the answer with 4 simple facts. 1. According to a recent study from Yale, there are at least 22 million illegal immigrants living in the United States. 2. Democrats plan to give all of them citizenship. Read the Democrats' 2016 party platform. 3. Studies show the overwhelming majority of first-time immigrant voters vote Democrat. 4. The biggest landslide in American presidential history was only 17 million votes. Do the math. The payoff for Democrats? Permanent electoral majority for the foreseeable future. In a word, power. That's the point, no matter what they tell you. American workers be damned.
That's what I'm saying here. They don't care. It's schools. It's overwhelming illegal immigration. And it's the homeless. They want to get power in this country with dead children. Oh, did I mention abortions? Late-term abortions? Abortions after the fact, which, by the way, is officially murder. Okay, schools, immigration, homeless, abortions, late-term abortions, after-term abortions. They'll do anything to kill anybody, kill their jobs, get them killed in schools, kill the homeless, or make them miserable just to get elected. I don't know how this works, though, because it's in their district where the homeless are. Their districts where the illegal immigration is sanctioned in sanctuary cities, and mostly in their districts where schools are being attacked. But still, there's solutions for that, and we're going to hear a little later about that. You know, I've got this gentleman, Andrew Pollack, whose daughter was murdered in the Broward County High School by a kid named Cruz, a really crazy kid who's never should have been in that school. He emails me a couple times a day. He's probably going to be on the show next week. He's on Fox News all the time now. And I think right now, probably ought to play Cheryl Chumley's song.
I paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my shoes and kicks in my bed, but I've come through. I need to go on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, the online editor of the Washington Times, author, speaker, Robert Novak, journalism fellow, and now, wait a minute, a private eye? What the? Am I reading this wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Chumley. I thought I got you mixed up with somebody else. I thought maybe I had, a James Bond on my show. So you and your husband are now private eyes? Is that correct?
Private investigators, yeah.
Wow.
And we jumped through all the bureaucratic hoops, and now we have our own business that's just getting off the ground now, Chumley Investigations, and yeah, very excited to do this. Very excited.
Wow. So are you still going to be the online editor of the Washington Times?
Yes. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting my day job.
Oh, good.
This is a long-term thing that for 20 years my husband and I have been talking about, and it's just now rolling around on when the timing's right to do it.
Wow. You could do like a TV show or something like that on you guys.
I always said from a young age, if I wasn't a journalist, I would be a private investigator or an attorney.
Well, that's sort of what you... Oh, God, attorneys?
Yeah, they're related.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, I really identify with attorneys well. I speak with them well, but I don't think I'd want to be there. I wouldn't want to be there. Like I say, that I was going to be a lawyer, but I lost my appeal. Well, let's talk about stuff that we know you know about. And that's Pete Buttigieg's brother-in-law, a pastor. He takes on Pete over abortion. Why?
Yeah, rightly so. I mean, Pete Buttigieg is out there, first off, defending his homosexuality as in line with biblical teachings, and now coming out and saying that abortion is in line with biblical teachings. And his own brother-in-law, who's a man of the cloth, came out and said, you know what, Pete, that's not exactly true. Read the Bible. And I think people who buy into that abortion is something that Jesus would applaud, they need to take a second look at the Bible. And Jews who, with the Old Testament, they need to take a second look at the Old Testament because it is not in line with biblical teachings.
Yeah, I'm a pro-life Jew, all right? I mean, I'm on the Pregnancy Resource Center. I'm on the board of directors. I'm the vice president of it, actually. Which means that I don't do anything more. I just sit there and kind of, I sit there at the meetings and contribute like I always do. I don't know why I'm vice president, but okay, it is what it is. Let's go back. Let's go back to what's going on today. Why do you describe a duly elected congresswoman as treasonous, and who would that be?
Rashida Tlaib. I found her tweet that a political revolution in this country is needed in context of discussing how we need to completely overhaul America's government and economic system. I found that a little too much to take from a seated congresswoman whose role is to support and defend the Constitution, both foreign and domestic, from both foreign and domestic enemies. It's one thing to have political differences with the parties among those in your own political party even. It's another thing to call for a complete political revolution. That's treasonous talk. And, there's a word for it, sedition. There's also another word for it, treason. And I think we shouldn't dismiss Tlaib on this.
Sedition and treason. But she's not representing America, it seems. She's representing other foreign powers, and especially Sharia law. Am I making a mistake here?
No, I don't think you are. And, that's the whole problem with this squad, these 4 congresswomen who've come to such media fawning in recent months, that they don't represent American interests. And the thing that really is a face slap is, on one hand, in January, they all stood up and took an oath to the Constitution. And none of them support anything that the Constitution upholds, that the Constitution is supposed to guarantee each and every American, insofar as individual rights. Rights come from God, not government. They're all representing more global views of government, and that's just such a face slap.
Now, you wrote about Marianne Williamson, a Democratic presidential candidate, and this woman on a hot mic said conservatives and Fox News were nicer to her than the left. Was this an intentional slip? I think Trump Jr. is like, he's gaga over this woman for some reason. I have no idea why.
Yeah, she's not going to go far in a political career. But I find it very interesting that she was on the stage for, the Democratic Party running for president. And among all those anti-Trump, anti-conservatives, anti-Republicans, anti-American folks, she comes out and in a hot mic moment with Eric Bolling on an interview says that conservatives and even members of Fox News have treated her nicer than her own leftist-leaning supporters have, supposed supporters. And this kind of goes to the heart of what conservatives have been saying for years, that the left is just vicious. And if you deviate from the left talking points, even if you're normally one of their own, they don't hesitate to turn on you and tear you down.
Is it true that you had a drinking contest last night watching the Democratic debates and watch how many times Beto cursed in the debate, and you said they should take a drink of whatever tequila. Not tequila. Why not tequila?
I don't know.
Why not margaritas? Are you a little anti-Mexican? He does speak Espanol,
I had to Google search on what people drink in shot glasses. I knew whiskey, but I couldn't think of the other things they put in shot glasses.
Here's the problem with that. He speaks fluid Espanol. That's about the only thing he does decently.
Tequila would have fit way more. But, okay, this was just something I was thinking of, the Democrat debates that were looming at the time, that were coming up in a few hours. And I was just picturing that they're just going to race to the bottom of the socialist bucket. That's all they're going to do is offer freebies left and right. And it's just going to be a big snore fest, a big yawn for political watchers. So I thought, hey, why not make a game out of it? In college, people who have drinking games all the time. So why not make a drinking game out of the first person on the stage who cusses, or how many times Joe Biden forgets where he's at, and so forth.
It's kind of fun. Actually, they've had the college kids in my school here, Missouri Science and Technology. They've had drinking contests over what I would say during the show. I haven't heard one recently, but they used to do that all the time. I was responsible for getting these children drunk on Fridays before their classes. No, I didn't want to do that. I would get drunk afterwards and eat some Big Macs and some fries, but not there. Anyways, I'm asking again because we know what your track record is. Are there going to be any indictments against the swamp creatures? I'm asking in light of the fact that Andrew McCabe has begged the DOJ not to indict him, and they refused him, and this is probably going to a grand jury. So I'm gonna leave you an out here to admit maybe, just maybe, there might be some ramifications of what these people did.
You know, the last few days I've just been soaking up the politics from the Democrats, and I haven't really paid attention to the political winds.
No, wait a minute. There's no quibbling here. You can't be quibbling.
Yeah.
Come on.
I can be quibbling because I want to give you the indictments that you so desperately believe.
No, I don't know. I wonder. Do you don't want a risk of having to say that you were wrong? I don't think you want to do that, right?
Oh, you know what? I don't mind saying I'm wrong when I'm wrong.
Okay.
I just, honestly, Dave, I don't have the sense that indictments are coming. I still don't.
Okay, well,
if I'm wrong,
so
which
far,
I hope I
look,
am, I'll admit it.
So far, you're 100% right. The only indictments that went out were for Flynn and Papadopoulos. I don't think Carter Page had any, but Manafort and people like that. Huh?
All the Russian businesses that were indicted.
Well, there's a Russian involved, Milford or something like that, or Milford. They're also recommending prosecution for him too. So I'm going to wait, and we're going to see, and then we're going to have maybe a little drinking party of our own when you have to concede that maybe Weinbaum got something right.
All right.
All right.
Well, I don't mind doing that.
All right. Hey, listen. Muslim kids are dancing to celebrate head chopping in a jihad song in Philly. Why? Why is this allowed?
Yeah, this is crazy, and it's just so under the radar of the media. There's an Islamic center out in Philadelphia where in April there was a video that was captured of all these kids dancing and performing on stage to this jihad song where they talked about chopping the heads off infidels and so forth. And Memory, the media, I forget exactly what it stands for, but Memory posted the video or uncovered the video, and a couple of congressmen asked for an investigation. And the locals were supposed to investigate, but here we are a few months later, and we still don't know why this video was taken, why these kids were performing this. So we're still waiting on word. I just think it's an egregious slap to American justice and American freedoms to allow this jihad, this propaganda of little kids to go forward.
So for all we know, it's still going on.
Yes,
right?
We don't know. We don't know yet.
Okay, well, it's incredible. I mean, why is that not this in the news more? I mean, this is... We seem to have a soft spot for people that hate us, that want to destroy us.
Listeners should click on my link and click on the video and watch it, because it's unbelievable what these kids are doing.
Oh, yeah. Hey, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you? And find you to investigate something for them.
I'm on Twitter at CK Chumley, or my website is CherylChumley.com, or my stuff's at the Washington Times. As far as the investigations, I don't have a website yet for Chumley Investigations, but that'll be coming soon.
You know, Cheryl, you like to brag about your children, right?
Yes.
I like to brag about my son and my other kids too, but my son majored in soul reclamation. Yeah, he went to Purgatory U. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Chumley, the best political analyst in the world, and now going to be a big-time investigator along with her husband. Thank you so much for being a star in the Dave Weinbaum Show once again.
Oh, thank you, Dave, for having me. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, Cheryl Chumley, that was something. A special investigator. We got to. Okay, you know what we should do? We should have her on like a James Bond thing. All right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you could say James Bond was a special investigator, can't you? So change your song.
Yeah. All right, or
Sherlock
Holmes or something. I don't even know if you have.
Yeah, well, we'll look around. All right. Anyways,
all right.
We're going to be right back. We got Cheryl Chumley coming on in about 15 minutes. Not Cheryl Chumley. We just did Cheryl Chumley. We've got Laura the Loomer coming on in 15 minutes. And, she's running for Congress. We've got back-to-back congressional candidates on this show.
Yeah.
We got one running for Florida's 21st District, very important, and the other one way across the country running for Congress against Nancy Pelosi in the 12th District, which includes San Francisco,
right,
where I'm heard most out of this radio station in Riverside, California. So it's just amazing.
It is.
I'm getting. My mind is. It takes time to handle this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what the significance is. I just keep going to work every week and trying to do the best show we can. That's the thing I've always said, right?
That's right.
Whatever's happening in your life, whether you're pissed off or whether you're happy, it doesn't matter. If you're here to perform, you've got to do the best darn well-prepared job you can do, and then try to improve on it every week.
That's
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Wow, Marianne, it's been another busy day here at Miller Glass.
Yes, it has, Kathy. Our auto glass guys have been rocking.
Yes, they have. Rock chips, windshield replacements, and regulators.
Yeah, and don't forget that we also do headlight restoration and side view mirror replacements.
Remember, there is no job too big or too small for the Miller Glass Auto team.
And we also have mobile service.
At Miller Glass, we install it all.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit our website at forumdental.com.
From apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech.
Call A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page. Israel, they're surrounded by enemies, and there aren't any mass shootings to speak of in Israel. What does Israel do to prevent that, Rabbi?
Well, Israel does permit gun ownership. It's a lot more strict than here. But we have never had a school shooting, for example. In our schools, there's one entry and one exit. And that entrance, that exit has a security guard who is armed. a very simple thing. I don't understand why the United States has school with multiple entries. There should be one entry and one exit. It's as simple as that. And everyone that goes in is either known by the security card as a parent or a relative of a student, and if they're not known, they are questioned and not let in unless the security guard is comfortable. We don't have school shootings. We don't have these Walmart type shootings because our country is armed.
KKID Salem Rolla.
All right, we're back on the show, and I just wanted to give you a rundown of who won the debate according to people who voted on Drudge, and it was Yang. 37%. You promise to give something to somebody, and that's what happens. Klobuchar, 13%. Bite Me, Biden, 22%. The big losers, I thought, according to this poll, was Pocahontas, Liz, 7%, and Bernie at 5%. Go Joe Biden. I don't see any of these people beating Donald Trump. A good example of it was this North Carolina scenario where he comes and does a rally, and this Republican is 17 points behind this Democrat because he's virtually unknown because he had to primary his way through, and the Democrat was there the whole time. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is JL from Rolla.
Oh, JL. All righty. Okay, JL, I like that. I mean, is there a little jealousy over JJ?
What the L are you talking about?
Just the fact that you've seemed to have.
You're feeling bad about that
because you got a similar call line to JJ, JL, JJ. You don't see the commonality. You just thought of this on your own without having listened to JJ, right?
Yeah. Well, I had some friends that I used to go hunting with.
Yeah.
And there was two gems.
What did you do? You have one of them killed?
Yes, I did.
So you became the only Jim?
I didn't say that on the air. No.
I can have Cheryl Chumley come out here and investigate you now.
Yeah, there you go. I'm under enough investigation the way it is.
Is that
right?
true? Wow.
Anyway.
No, it's not true.
Yeah. Anyway, so they called me JL.
Yeah.
And they called him Jim. So that's how that went that way. But anyway, did you see the poll on Fox this morning about President Trump and his approval?
No, I did not. What did it say?
It was amazing. 87% approval.
From who?
I'm going to assume it was the Republicans. I was busy, but I noticed it was up on the screen there.
Well, he has bragged about having up to 94% support from Republicans, but 84% is pretty good too. I think the highest Ronald Reagan ever got was 87% from the Republicans.
That's what this was. Yeah, this was 87.5 is what it showed on the TV this morning.
It's pretty well. It's a big deal because of the bad news he always gets. I mean, nobody has gotten horrible coverage as much as he has in the history of our country. Plus the impeachment thing that goes on and getting rid of him and all that. Reagan had his trials and tribulations. There was what was it, the Iran Contra thing and the hearings and all that crap, but it wasn't like impeachment worthy. No, and the Democrats are keeping this impeachment theory, and some people believe in it. They believe it's true that somehow Donald Trump is guilty of something, although it took 2 years and $40 million of Bob Mueller investigating him and not finding a darn thing that was a crime. So
well, that's a shame. You know what? There's people out here that need help and everything, and they're just keying away $40 million on an investigation that was not necessary with the Democrat.
Did you say peeing away? Did you say peeing away?
Yeah, I think I did.
What a class act you were. Yeah, it takes one to know one, I know.
Don't pee on it, Dave.
Well, no. There's no reason. There's no reason to give me more of your crap. Anyways, what else you got?
I know you. Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Do you know why the number 6 was afraid of 7?
What's that? Say that again.
Do you know why the number 6 was afraid of 7?
Because something ate something. I don't know what. Go ahead.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. What do you call a lion without eyes? Without an eye? What do you call a lion without an eye? Lon. Yeah, lon. Now, I wrote mine. I actually wrote that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you. That's good, Dave. That's good. I'm proud.
No,
of you.
you're good too. No.
Just
I'll try. No, what you should do.
Like
Listen to me. This is the way you write a joke. You get the punchline first. You sound something that you think you can work with, like lion. Take out the eye. What do you got? You got lawn. Okay, that's the punchline. Okay, do that and work your way back to the joke. I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
What are you squinting your eyes for? I have thousands of jokes that I've written.
Yeah, but that's
some of which are actually funny.
That's so bad you have to explain it, and then it still doesn't work.
It's a joke writing. It's a joke writing process that I was explaining.
Man. Well, thanks, Jim.
I'm getting no respect here, Jim.
Hey, Dave, that's okay, Dave. We all know that you're a joker, so don't worry about it.
I am. I'll tell you what. I am a joker, and I'm very proud of that. And thank you for pointing that out. All right.
Did you hear about the kidnapping in school the other day?
No.
It's okay. He woke
The
up.
kid was napping in school. Okay. Oh, my God.
See you, Jim. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right. We can do this all day, but, I got an interview in a couple of minutes with Laura Loomer, and I think we probably, yes, sir.
We will do what has never been done. Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. I can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
Oh, my God.
This show is it's kind of going into this phase of debilitating sad humor or something. I don't know, cut off balls, and he's talking about peeing, and wow. I wonder who I have next. Who has to follow this? Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave. It's Laura Loomer.
It's Laura Loomer. I'm good. We're going to play your song right now, so listen on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, conservative investigative reporter, the most banned woman in history, the bravest person I know, and the lowest lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Laura the Luminator Loomer. There you go. Wow, they heard that all the way in the Bahamas. Speaking of which, you don't have another storm coming at you, do you?
Well, I saw the weather report this morning, and it said there is another storm, and who knows? We'll have to see what the storm projection is, but it is pretty cloudy outside right now.
You know, this is like a sport for you guys on the East Coast, isn't it? It's like Southeast Coast. I mean, it's like you should have lotteries based on where a storm hits and all that stuff. Do they do that? Do they gamble on that?
I don't know. I hope another storm doesn't hit, though. I especially hope, because people are still recovering. I mean, it's so terrible what happened to the people in the Bahamas, and I hope that we don't get any more hurricanes.
Hey, listen. So you're an expert on being banned, and Facebook suspended or temporarily banned at least Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for hate speech. Why?
Well, they're dealing with the Israeli elections right now in Israel, and of course, it's just another example of anti-conservative, anti-Jewish bias, right? An election interference on behalf of these tech companies. And they suspended his Facebook page for 24 hours because there was a post posted on his page about how people in Israel shouldn't vote for and this was the exact wording used, I guess, Arabs that want to see the death of all of us. That was the quote used on the post.
Well, there's nobody like that. There's nobody like that, is there?
People in the Knesset. No, there are Arab members of the Knesset, and there are groups within Israel who spew lies that Israel is an apartheid state and that aren't harsh on, Hamas and other Palestinian terrorist organizations. And, of course, that's what the post was referring to, but Facebook banned him. And why there's such a double standard is because Hamas actually still has a Facebook page. They still have a Twitter account. Yeah. And so for Facebook to ban Netanyahu, a world leader in the middle of his election, for quote-unquote hate speech while allowing for actual terrorist organizations to have accounts, I mean, it's pretty despicable.
How about CARE? Do they still have an account?
Oh, yeah, they definitely
CARE, Ilhan Omar, is she on Twitter still?
Not only do they have
accounts... How about
accounts,
Rashid Tlaib?
Not only do they have accounts, but, they're lobbying the social media companies to ban people who go up against them. That's what CARE did to Twitter in reaction to me, and that's why I'm banned, because CARE lobbied Twitter to ban me.
Now, Michelle Malkin, who used to defend you on TV a lot, you don't see her much anymore, and then I happened to read one of her, somebody referring to her, so I looked on her Twitter page, and people were saying they won't let her put out tweets in public. Does this have anything to do with you? Because she backed you on television, on Tucker's show and Ingram's show.
No, Michelle Malkin has always been a really big supporter of mine, and of course she's been censored as well. She's been stuck at 2.1 million followers on social media for God only knows how long now because they throttle her and they censor her. But, yeah, I mean, if you look at the traction that her tweets used to get compared to what they get now, it's clear that they're censoring Michelle Malkin as well.
Yeah, it's incredible. Anyways, hey, soon before 9/11, on the actual date, Mueller, within days, was appointed FBI director. How did Bob's investigation compare to his recent impeachment witch hunt?
Yes, well, there's a report up on my website at lauraloomer.us for people who want to read it that shows that Bob Mueller was basically appointed as director of FBI in the week prior to 9/11. And following 9/11, right, when you look at the detail of the investigation and as much media attention that was put on his compared investigations, it's clear that much more went into this Russia hoax investigation than his 9/11 investigation. And so, I have a very talented team of writers that are on my site, lauraloomer.us, and you can read those reports. Very interesting, very damning, and I think it's very educational for a lot of people who may not know about this information.
Do you think the New York Times, Laura, made a mistake when they blamed the planes for destroying the World Trade Centers on 9/11?
Yeah, I mean, what you have is a whitewashing of terrorism. So, of course, instead of saying that 18 years ago Islamic terrorists hijacked airplanes and killed nearly 3,000 Americans in the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil, they said that planes took aim at the towers. Planes took aim. You mean terrorists took aim, right? And so
sure, they aimed the planes.
It's just another example of the liberal mainstream media and the fake news whitewashing terrorism.
So do you think New York Times is now going to call for, and the liberals are going to catch on and call for the banning of planes? Oh, wait a minute, they already have in the new Green Deal. That's how nuts they are.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. They already called for the banning of planes in the Green New Deal.
Has it been forgotten that Palestinian Arabs distributed candy and celebrated 9/11 attacks, 9/12/01, and the 3,000 dead Americans? Do you think that the New York Times didn't know that?
No, they definitely know about this, but they're whitewashing terrorism. I mean, there's a general trend all throughout the left-wing mainstream media, and anybody who posts facts about 9/11 or acts of Islamic terrorism gets shut down in silence. I mean, the other day, AOC was talking about how images of 9/11 are hateful and should be basically classified as hate speech because they are offensive to Muslims. I mean, so what, we're not allowed to show pictures of what Islamic terrorists did on 9/11 because Ilhan Omar is going to get offended?
And, news of the Holocaust is offensive to Nazis, quite frankly, too. Hey, how goes the campaign? Tell us about that.
The campaign is going well. I filed to run for Congress in Florida's District 21 about a month or so ago. And now that the hurricane has passed, I'm, back to campaigning, and I'll be making some announcements in the coming week. So I'm very excited.
Great. Hey, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, Laura, where can people find and contribute to you?
Well, to read the articles on my news site and to get real news, you can subscribe to LauraLoomer.us. And to support my campaign and my efforts to get to Congress, you can go to LauraLoomerForCongress.com.
You know, Laura, here's some local news. They had a porta potty truck got stuck in the mud out here. You know, you should have seen the size of the plunger used to suck it out. Amazing. Anyways, thank you so much, Laura. And my wife here is over shaking her head. Are you playing a game now, too?
No.
Yeah, she's lying. She's playing games over here. I'm breaking my you-know-what to interview here, and you're playing games on the computer. Oh, this is sad. Laura, thank you so much, and you have a great Shabbat Shalom, all right?
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom.
Thanks. Stay in touch. Bye. All right, that was Laura the Illuminator. She calls early, so I'm looking at the clock. Didn't take that long, but it was, proportionate. Yes.
I am for open immigration, but that sign we have in the front of the Statue of Liberty, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses. Can't we just say, hey, the door's open, we'll take whoever you got? Do we have to specify the wretched refuse? I mean, why don't we just say, give us the unhappy, the sad, the slow, the ugly, people that can't drive, if they have trouble merging, if they can't stay in their lane, if they don't signal, can't parallel park, if they're sneezing, if they're stuffed up, if they're clogs, if they have bad penmanship, don't return calls, if they have dandruff, food between their teeth, if they have bad credit, if they have no credit, Mr. Spot Shaving. In other words, any dysfunctional, defective slob that you can somehow cattle prod onto a wagon, send them over, we want it.
Why do I think that he couldn't get away with that today?
I would think it would be hilarious.
Well, of course it's hilarious, all right? But he's saying bad things about immigrants.
Oh.
What is he, racist?
What's wrong with him?
Is he Donald Trump? What's the matter with him, huh? He should be banned from all the colleges. Well, he banned himself from the colleges. Why? Because he doesn't have to work there anymore. Why? Because he's making billions, him and Larry David, over by having his reruns of his show, Seinfeld, which was masterminded by who? By Steve Bannon, who shoved it into Rob Reiner's face, who's, by the way, is an idiot. Yes, hopefully he listens to this show.
I could.
Rob Reiner, I invite you on the show anytime, fellow Jewish person, okay? Right. And I like his work, though. I mean, I like, A Few Good Men and some of the other stuff he's done. So, and I love the fact that he actually figured out that Seinfeld might be a pretty good thing to run. They're all making lots of money on this, and so he doesn't have to work. But the average, comic, and we know that 77% of those making a living in comedy are Jewish. Right. Will be banned for that. I felt anti-Semitism when I did my little stint as a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
I felt. There were certain things that I could say and certain things that would be derided, but I said them anyways. And it was pretty interesting. I almost got into a fight with some other comic. who was a pro. But, that's life. I almost get into a fight with a lot of people. All right, so we're back in the show, and I think we should take a break right now. What do you think, Stan?
I think so.
Call the show. Please, I've got 20 minutes until DeAnna Lorraine, the other person running for Congress on my show, back to back. Call 573-364-4433 and get it off your chest.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area with a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe. You can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their number one hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's been over 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. The name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. Thousands of customers have done business with Muffler Mart because they do what they say they're going to do. Woo! The next time you need work on your vehicle, head to Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434. Muffler Mart in Rolla.
When you're ready to find the best steak in Rolla, head over to Sydney's at 707 North Pine in downtown Rolla. All their steaks are aged 30 days and hand cut to perfection. This weekend is ribeye weekend. Get a 16-ounce ribeye steak with Sydney's signature spice blend and 2 sides only $14.99. And choose Sydney's with over 100 different whiskeys, scotches, and bourbons and over a dozen draft beers to complement the best steak around. Call 426-3707 for reservations. Lunch specials on Facebook. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 1:30 a.m. daily.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
You don't go anywhere without seeing someone with a weapon. Now, we have strict laws that you don't have here. We do have regulations on the type of weapon you can own and the amount of ammunition you can have, but we do permit it in Israel.
If you're walking on the street in Jerusalem, every 10th person is carrying a weapon, mostly these army weapons, because they're all in the army.
Right.
The IDF. They all carry their weapons with them.
Right. The second you have any kind of terrorist incident, someone draws a gun in a cafe, tries to kill innocents, within 30 seconds you have 3-4 other people who draw a weapon and kill them. You never have a mass casualty event because there's always good guys with guns everywhere.
All right, we're back on the show. I told JJ he'd be on. He's on at least one of my breaks. He's on the next one, and possibly the one after that. So the very next break, which we're going to try to get in the next 15 minutes, we have DeAnna Lorraine, like I said earlier, coming on the show, also running for Congress. How many people have back-to-back congresswomen, one running for a district in Florida and one running against the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, in California, back-to-back on their show? And I'm here in little old Rolla, Missouri, and these people are in over the world. Florida. We got people all over the world, not only participating in the show, but also listening to the show. It's just, Rabbi comes in from Ephrat, Israel, to do my show.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he's here for other reasons too, but it was, it's pretty. It's very interesting. All right. Hey there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maine.
Is this Bridget?
This is Bridget.
Hi, Bridget. How are you?
Good.
Good. What did I do wrong today? Usually when you call, I've done something very bad.
You did?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know either.
All right. What can I do for you today then?
The gun situation, I do agree with the semi-automatic weapons. We don't need those. The hunters, I agree. But they don't need no semi-automatic.
Can you define a semi-automatic gun?
Huh?
Can you define a semi-automatic gun? Stan, I need you for this.
I can define it. It's a gun that when you pull the trigger, it shoots.
Yeah.
When you pull the trigger again, it shoots.
Bullet.
Is that semi-automatic, right?
Every gun in the world except a shotgun is a semi-automatic.
Okay, so you see, nobody's really defined it yet.
Yeah, well, they're going to define it because they're going to take all the guns.
Right.
My husband used to go hunting. That was way in the 80s. He had a shotgun. He had to put in every single bullet. It did not matter.
Yeah, that's a single shot.
Right. I think we have some disagreement on what these guns mean and whether or not that's the right strategy. Because the rabbi, if you had listened to the what he said about schools in Israel, why they don't have school shootings in Israel is that they have only two entrances. One entrance in the front, one in the back. And
it was just one entrance. You go in and out.
One entrance and one exit. No.
And there was a guard sitting there.
And there was an exit in the back or somewhere. No, there was two. There was guards in both.
Okay,
that's what I heard, and that they don't let you in unless they check you out.
But with all due respect, why do you need those high automatic rifles or guns or? Why do you need those?
That's the second part of it. It's a Second Amendment right. In case our government, who has these guns, by the way, and whose rich people who run the government have these guns at access and are protected by people carrying these kinds of guns, they have them. So this is to stop a tyrannical government from overrunning this country. And that was part of the Constitution. It's called the Second Amendment, Bridget.
Yeah, but the Second Amendment was in way back when. They did not have those kind of guns back then.
Well, you want if you want to start doing stuff to the
six-shot revolver.
Pretty soon, once they start edging away at the Second Amendment, it's going to go.
I know, and I don't.
And then
want
you
that
got a
to
problem.
happen.
See, that's the problem. You can't have a little protection when you have a tyrannical government. As Jews, we kind of know that. I think.
Well, and in Germany, look at there. I mean, if they would have had semi-automatic guns or any guns, they might have. Swayed the takeover of the Nazi,
or if there was a Jewish government.
My nephew is in I don't know what you call it in English, but it's kind of like a rifle club.
Okay.
When he has a few guns, when he takes them to that place to do shooting and whatnot.
Yes.
he has to take all the bullets out. He has to put it in a case, put it in his trunk. He's not allowed to have it inside the cab. It has to be in the trunk. And it has to be locked up in a case. Same like at home. It's very strict in Germany. I know it is. I think it's a little overboard in Germany. But I don't know.
Well, if
the
other thing I was going to say was that the fact that there is an Israel and a heavily armed Jewish state just may have deterred the Nazis in Germany somewhat from starting what they did, because there's no way a state of Israel, the state of the Jews, would have tolerated that without attack. Somehow, some way, they would have fought back. And I think Germany, the cowards who decided that they were going to murder all those Jews, besides all the other people they murdered, but they really focused on Jews, they might have thought twice about Israel and what they could have done to them.
Right.
So that's where the deterrence comes in. You know, once you get people who say you can't have guns, then that doesn't apply to the people that say you can't have guns.
It's just some of the people who are nuttier than a fruitcake. I mean, we all go there once in a while, but like I had a couple of nervous breakdowns, but I would have never killed. I mean, that's God's job to take us. He brought us and he takes us. But some of those people who are
nuts, mentally ill,
in the head,
mentally ill.
There has to be some kind of background check.
Well, they do it. They had so much background check on this kid Cruz that shot up the school down in Parkland, Florida, that there's no way this kid should have been in that school. There is no way. They all knew exactly what he wanted to do, and yet he was still there. They don't enforce their laws.
But see, that's why
our government does not enforce our laws.
On the internet, and yet the authority doesn't do diddly squat.
Right. They don't enforce our laws. We have the laws on the book for background checks. They don't do anything about them, generally, you know.
Yeah.
So,
well, anyways, my son says hi from Germany.
All right, well, tell him Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, Auf Wiedersehen.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, Bridget. Hi there. Whoops. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chester from north of Doolittle.
Okay, Chester's here to correct me, right?
Well, I'm not here to correct you. I'm here to correct Bridget.
Okay. Yep. All right, good.
Oh, okay, here. First of all, let's start from the very beginning. The Second Amendment did not envision modern semi-automatic weapons. This is true. Right. Just a moment. The Second Amendment did not envision modern automatic weapons, but then that's because they didn't exist. But it did envision that the militia, meaning every able-bodied citizen, would have modern weapons of the time. Back then it was, muzzle loaders. Today it's semi-automatic repeaters.
Yeah.
Second thing, a semi-automatic, just to clarify, a semi-automatic is not, as Steve said, every kind of repeater rifle. You have bolt-action rifles where you
Stand, yeah.
Stand.
Yeah,
you have bolt-action rifles.
Yeah,
right.
You have revolvers. Where the thing is mechanically going around. But anyway, a semi-automatic simply means you pull the trigger one time, the gun fires and automatically cycles itself.
Right.
Ka-chunk, and it loads the next bullet in. Every time you pull the trigger, every time one shot, until the gun runs out of ammunition.
Right.
Okay. The problem everybody's got confused is they use the word semi-automatic to confuse you with full automatic.
Yeah, machine gun.
And the so-called assault rifle.
Right.
An assault rifle, by the way, there's no such thing, really, but it's just a term that was developed from the German Sturmgewehr, which was an assault rifle, literally, which was a light military rifle that fired at full automatic like a light machine gun. And in the law, it is a light machine gun. And legally, you cannot own a light machine gun or any kind of machine gun Unless, of course, there are certain provisions. You can go through paperwork and file certain licenses, and for a large sum of money and specialized information, you can own a machine gun. But don't worry about it. Nobody commits crimes with machine guns. They're very valuable collector items. Crooks don't use them.
What else?
When you go... Pardon?
What else?
So-called assault weapons bans are against nothing but modern rifles that have features that are similar to so-called assault rifles. So when somebody says they want to ban assault rifles, no, what they really want to do is they want to ban something that looks like an AR-15, or it looks like, well, and that's where the question comes in. What exactly are they banning? They're banning weapons that have pistol grips. They ban weapons that have heat shields over their barrels. By the way, those are not military inventions. Those are commercial features that the military said, hey, that's ergonomically very nice. We should adapt that ourselves.
So let me ask you a question, Chester, with all the technical stuff that you've taught us. Should people like Mayor de Blasio in New York City, should he be, which he favors the confiscation of these guns, by the way, pretty much all guns, should he be stripped of his security that has these heavy-duty guns? And he says, no way, because I'm a special person. Not you. Not Stan, not me, not even Lisa.
Well, yeah, that's just the plain hypocrisy of it all.
Yeah.
Mayor de Blasio should actually be forced to take a few tests on civics and the Constitution, and he should then be removed from office for failing to correspond with the Constitution of the United States. But that's not going to happen.
If the government buys back our,
as a class, are like that.
As a government demands to buy back our guns, which is illegal, by the way.
We didn't buy them from them.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't the government officials have to go through a mental health test, a background check?
Well, see, now, by the way, I know where you're going with it. Of course, the answer is yeah, they should, but then we'd lose all of them.
Yeah, well, okay.
But another thing, when you go to mental health,
yes,
you get into another thing with these. The background check supposedly is the big panacea. Everybody wants more background checks.
Right.
Well, excuse me. Once you start adding HIPAA information, our medical records, into background checks, you open up a whole new another can of worms. So, which is it? The Democrats don't even want you to have an identification card to prove who the hell you are, but yet at the same time, all of your private information is supposed to be private forever from everybody. You don't have to tell anybody anything. And yet at the same time, they demand full disclosure on everything, including your tax records, if you want to go and buy your gun.
Right. All right, my friend, I got to get going. I got another caller, and I got an interview in about 3 minutes, okay?
Bye.
Hi to Martha.
Thanks,
Thank you so much for the information, Chester. Appreciate you. All right, we got another caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's me again.
Oh, I got a interview coming on in 2 minutes.
I know. The Second Amendment is not as old as the Bible. So does that mean, since the Bible is old, does that mean we have to modernize the Bible? Of course not. I do not want the Second Amendment be taken.
Okay.
But the way it goes, it will be taken one of these days.
Not if I have anything to do with it, or Stan, or about 70 to 80 million other people. They don't want
not yet in a fruitcake.
This possibly is the one thing that has kept us from Civil War after the one in 1960.
I did not say nothing about
1860.
the Second Amendment taken, and about that's my view. And I don't care what he thinks about. But anyway.
Okay, well,
thank you.
Thank you, Bridget. I appreciate you listening. She's listening,
Yes,
We're having a cross-country argument about this. One from Doolittle, which is, north of Doolittle, anyways, here in Missouri, and one from, Maine.
That's right, yeah.
Maine. Anyways, I think we're going to have a call right now. So, hi, Eric. Let's see if she's on time this week. I hope to God she is. Let's play her song. Thank you, Stan.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match.
Everybody.
Find me a find.
Catch me a catch.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book
and find me a perfect match.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be
the envy of all I see.
Or Papa, make him a scholar. Or Mama,
Make him rich as a king.
For me,
Well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as everything.
Matchmaker, matchmaker,
Make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch.
Night after night in the dark, I'm alone. So find me a match
Of my own. All right.
KKID, Salem, Rolla.
We're a little. That was a good one, Stan. You got that. I was about ready to tell you that, but you know what? You had it. So, anyways, we're going to be hearing hopefully soon, and that should be her from DeAnna, Lorraine. Is this DeAnna?
No, I didn't want to be on the air. I called her. This lady from Richland, I do want to say one thing real quick. If anybody wants to see somebody shoot a revolver fast, look at Smith & Wesson's speed shooter. It shoots revolvers. I think he can shoot like 12 shots in about 5 seconds. He reloads. And also, if they want to watch the Rifleman, that doesn't have a fully automatic gun either. So it's just a little input on if a person wants to learn to shoot just a regular revolver, they can learn to shoot fast if they do it like that.
All right.
Guy on Smith & Wesson's. So.
Well, thanks, Lee.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And
I just wanted to pass the information on. So.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Well, we appreciate
Thank
that. So you know that. All right. When we know DeAnna's not here right yet. Hopefully she got my message, which I always look to find. And she's been 24/7 putting herself out on Twitter.
Boy, she has.
And you see it too, right?
I do.
Incredible what she's doing, and I hope it works for her. I mean, so but I'm not gonna. If you're scheduled for an interview, and you're not on it, I don't care. You can wait then, and I'll take callers 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. We're having a lot of callers today, which is always great. I love the callers. And I think maybe we'll just take a break. Oh, wait a minute. That's probably her. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I think I know who this is. Is this DeAnna? DeAnna?
I'm here.
Oh, goody. Okay. Let me introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is passionate about making love great again. She's an author, a speaker, a conservative politician now running against Nancy Pelosi in the 2020 election in the 12th District, the matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, DeAnna Lorraine. Okay, well, welcome to the show, and I got some really interesting news about where my show goes from this Los Angeles area radio station, Riverside, California. It's kind of in between. And their number one market, San Francisco.
That's so unusual.
Yeah. Cool. Wow, they're really tuning in. Guess who they're listening to right now?
They're listening to me.
They will be on Sunday. Yeah. No, this is great for you. Hey, how's Twitter going? Good. Are they okay with you putting all those notices in about you running for Congress?
They seem to be okay with it, but knock on wood, because I have not been banned, and I do some pretty provocative posts on Twitter. But luckily, I have not been banned so far. But I am in San Francisco right now.
You're what?
I'm in San Francisco right now.
Oh, you're in San Francisco. Well, how cool is that? Okay, so what are you doing there?
I have flowers in my hair. No, I'm kidding. I'm here, just chilling.
Were you singing just now?
Land of fruits and nuts.
Were you singing just now?
I was.
Oh, wow.
But you guys didn't catch on to the song about San Francisco.
So, do you have a good singing voice?
I have a great singing voice.
Well, why haven't we heard about this in the years that you've been on the show? I want a song next week.
Okay, fine.
Let's do a campaign song, all right? Hey, Dems will try to impeach Trump in his last day of office in his second term. What are they getting out of this?
All they're getting is political grandstanding. All they want is just kudos. They want to keep their base galvanized. I'm getting to realize it's kind of just like build the wall. Build the wall. It pumps people up. But you know what is funny about Nancy is that I troll her Twitter every day, and there's so many people that hate Nancy on the left because they think that she's too soft. And they say, you've been calling impeachment for almost 4 years now, and you haven't impeached him yet. You're probably never going to be. So, F you, Nancy. You need to be impeached. You need to be impeached, Nancy. So they're wanting her to be impeached because she hasn't impeached Trump yet.
And when she was questioned about it on the news, I think it was yesterday when Nadler got it out there that he was continuing impeachment, it was either Wednesday or Thursday, she was kind of rude about it. They wanted to pursue asking her what she thought about it, and she just shut them down, shut down the press. And it was actually a little surprising that they were pushing her on it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty funny.
Pretty bad. Hey, Elizabeth Warren or Joe Biden? Which one?
Which one would I prefer, or which one do I think is going to make it?
Well, both.
Actually, I prefer Elizabeth Warren. Because I want Trump and I want it to be in a landslide. Yeah. And I think the Navajo princess has the greatest chances of having an epic fail that we can all watch hilariously than Joe Biden. I mean, both are pretty bad, but I think Elizabeth Warren would be more fun to see.
Now, is either one of them crazy enough to pick Hillary for vice president?
That would be amazing. Could you imagine Elizabeth Warren's face on Mount Rushmore?
What's that?
Could you imagine Elizabeth Warren's face on Mount Rushmore?
No, I was trying to imagine Hillary Clinton's face on Mount Rushmore because, quite frankly, if she were vice president, and you were president, you'd have to be the scaredest person on earth. My goodness.
I would be good to have Hillary Clinton.
Oh my goodness. So when you're elected, and I'm praying that you will be, what will be your first three priorities of your, I don't want to call it administration, but your representation of the people that are in the 12th district?
The first thing I'm going to be doing is focusing on national security and building the wall, getting the wall finished. We need to tighten up our immigration system. We need to have a merit-based system. And every American is affected by it, whatever your political party you're in. So I would focus on immigration. The second thing that I'd be focusing on is restoring the family unit. And that's very important. So there are certain things that we could put into place, like getting a 50-50 shared custody presumption in the event of divorce, so that you don't have to fight to see your own children and have these long, drawn-out legal battles just to see your own children. I think a 50-50 shared custody presumption is an important thing to do. And then revisit some of those broken family court laws that are disadvantaging men, for the most part, more than women. We need to create strong families because strong families create strong America, right? Yeah. We would also focus on defending our free speech and religious liberty. That's something that's been obviously very much under attack lately, especially for conservatives. So I would focus on, are we breaking up the big tech companies that have way too much power? Something absolutely needs to be done with these big tech companies because they're in extreme overreach of their power, and it affects our entire nation. Right, that is one of the greatest threats to our democracy is the threat of the attack on our free speech.
Yes,
those are three things that I would focus on, and then of course, something I didn't say that I should have said is the homeless problem.
Let me ask you about that. That was my next question. Are California liberals intentionally doing zero about the homeless to use this, as Rush says, as a weapon against conservatives and capitalism?
I think it is. I think they are. They just seem like they're neglecting it. And people, you should see, I don't know when the last time you've been to San Francisco is. But
long time ago.
People are suffering. They're shooting drugs up on the street. They have tents. Some people don't even have tents. They're just there on the street. You walk past people, and you don't even know if some people are dead or alive. I mean,
it's a liberal government. Why haven't they done anything about this? And it's in a bunch of different cities that are liberal-run governments.
The most interesting thing is, in the last year alone, San Francisco spent $700 million on the quote-unquote homeless crisis. But no one really has any idea where that money went exactly because the homeless people on the streets in San Francisco alone has risen 17% since 2017. So what is that money going to? When it's risen, there are only almost 10,000 homeless Americans on the streets every night in San Francisco. We don't know exactly where that money is being spent because it clearly is not helping the problem.
Hey, DeAnna, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find and contribute to you?
Please contribute. Every amount helps. We're looking to reach a $10,000 fundraising goal by Monday. So, of course, all of this helps. And go to DeAnnaForCongress.com. That's DEANNA forcongress.com, where you can see my platform, check out my policies, and, of course, volunteer or contribute. And then I'm very active on social media, as David knows. We can go to DeAnna T. Lorraine on Twitter, and then DeAnna for Congress on Facebook. Follow and like all of these things, and be a part of my army for getting elected.
And take about 5 minutes of your time and just retweet the hell out of her notices that she's running for Congress. Okay?
That's right.
Yes,
like I do.
Yes, thank you.
I do, too.
Do you have somebody doing that for you? Do you do it automatically, or do you have somebody doing that for you?
No, for the time being, I'm doing it all myself because my thoughts come out of my head, and I just feel like I need to have a conversation, an ongoing conversation with my constituents.
Okay.
And I'd rather it come from my head than some program thought.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Hey, DeAnna, my wife told me to grow up hair. So I planted a whole orchard full of them. Anyways, thank you so much for being on the Dave Weinbaum Show. My wife is squinting at me. That was pretty funny.
Thanks.
Did you think that was pretty funny, Stan? Okay.
Pearfield,
But,
right?
Dave, it just has to be known that Dave has the most beautiful wife in the world.
Well, say something, honey, and don't just sit there and blush.
Well, okay. Yeah,
okay.
blushing doesn't work.
All right. Well, you're not so bad yourself. Okay, so thank you so much, DeAnna, and keep up the good work, all right? And we support you here. And hopefully the ones in San Francisco are listening to the show. Come on, get out for DeAnna.
That's right.
Stop the mess that's going on in your cities. Fix the homelessness and all the other things that are keeping moving Californians out of the state and on to Texas and Florida and places like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stop focusing on straws and start focusing on people.
It's a beautiful state. It's one of the most beautiful states anywhere, and it's being ruined. Stop it.
Yeah.
Elect DeAnna. All right, thank you so much, DeAnna. You have a great weekend.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Talk to you soon.
All right, that's DeAnna Lorraine right there. And what do we got?
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from her.
All right, good call, Stan. That was a good call right there. Thank you so much. We have a caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
How you doing this morning?
Good.
Who
is this?
Chris from Salem.
Chris, how you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I got a question. As far as the mental capacity and people having firearms, I had a question. What happens if somebody has a mental diagnosis and they get treatment and they come out of treatment and they are better? Now, since that has happened, are they going to get red flagged anyway because they had a mental issue that required, medication or therapy or whatever it is?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
Are there going to be a panel that's going to judge, certain degrees? Well, this person.
A lot of people. Here's another.
Depression.
It's all speculation. Here's another thing: is that there's a lot of Democrats out there who have called people that support Trump insane.
Yeah.
So, are we all going to lose our guns because they claim we're insane and get so inclined psychiatrists and psychologists to rate us as such? And will they take all our guns and keep theirs because they'd be sane? You raise an interesting question. Let's face it. The laws they have on the books have failed. Chris, they failed.
Yeah.
They don't enforce their own damn laws. So there's got to be something different. We've got to set up, especially in schools, a TSA-like scenario where there is monitoring and there's armed guards like they do in Israel, and we have to limit the access of students going back and forth in these schools.
Well, what do you think of the idea when you talk about protecting schools? What about these veterans that come back? And I'm sure a lot of them wouldn't mind protecting children in schools. And these guys are educated in urban warfare, and they group together. They know the scenarios. They're able to cover multiple openings, and they would probably establish a repertoire between children that see that and they think, hey, that's a good, role model. Maybe I'd like to be a soldier someday or something in the military.
I couldn't agree with you more.
They could be very helpful.
I think it's right. I think they ought to set up police substations, possibly in the confines of the school, so if something goes wrong, then let's do that. You don't like that, Stan, or what?
No, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
All
right, listen, I got to get
have a good day.
All right, listen, thanks a lot, Chris. I have to get a break in. Thanks.
Right,
I'm being directed.
I know.
Right. Call the show. What's that?
We need a break.
All right, call the show. 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Cox Brothers Service Company, located in St. James, is there when you need them. Cox Brothers staff is focused on delivering professional restaurant and refrigeration equipment, services, and installation to the local service areas and beyond. Keep your business running right with the professionals at Cox Brothers Service Company. Give them a call at 573-368-4083. And as always, they thank you for your continued support and patronage.
The Grand McExtreme Bacon Burger is one of McDonald's most popular burgers in Spain. To try one, you'd have to reprogram your GPS,
recalculate it,
go to the airport, leave your car, buy a plane ticket, land in Madrid, and go to McDonald's.
Bienvenido a McDonald's.
Or you could hang that next left and get to your neighborhood McDonald's now. Because for a limited time, the juicy Grand McExtreme Bacon Burger and other worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
Welcome Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their number one hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit A1TechofRolla.com.
If you've watched Storage Wars, you know how smelly and moldy your valuables can get. Daniel's climate-controlled units ends all that. It's like a spa for your stuff. Call Investment Realty at 364-4050 and reserve a unit for Daniel's climate-controlled and secure storage. That's 364-4050.
In some ways, buying a new truck is a lot easier now than it used to be. You can get online and read the reviews to find out what the experts think. And the experts at Car and Driver put the Dodge Ram well ahead of the competition. They love the comfortable interior and the composed hauling ability. And right now, you can get up to $9,000 cash back in addition to 5 years or 0% financing. Come take a test drive at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, your hometown dealer, during Dodge Power Days and see what you think. We're on South 63 in Rolla and online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Another thing about Israel that I wish we would do in this country, if you go to get on an airliner in Israel, you're profiled, and nobody hides that fact.
That's correct.
The fellow with the 80-year-old guy with the yarmulke is given a very cursory examination, and the young Arab man with the beard and the twitchy-looking fingers gets grilled pretty good, you know. And we claim in this country that profiling is wrong, but frankly, profiling, it works pretty well. Right. And particularly if you have security forces that are as well trained as the Israelis are.
It works.
We put minimum wage folks in TSA jobs, and we have the theater of security, but there is very little security.
Right. We have
thoughts on that?
My thoughts are you're 100% correct. We definitely profile. When I walk through there, I'm through in a second. I have an Israeli passport. I travel a lot. They know who I am.
All right, we're back on the show. Who was that? That was
Rabbi and JJ.
That was JJ interviewing the rabbi. Well,
Yeah.
I was. Where was I? I think I was out fishing or something. I mean, I was just listening, and it was great. I went back and played it back, and it says, you know what? Not only is the information important, but JJ, you did a great job.
Absolutely. Worth repeating, too.
Yes, and I don't know if he's on the next one or not. He might be, I think, because we talk about the profiling again. Isn't that interesting? You know, I actually experienced Israel, as did Lisa, and I don't think they had any metal detectors or anything, did they? It was all just people came up and asked you a few questions. Right?
Yeah.
Now, why they kept you for 3 hours, I have no idea.
No,
Let me go.
No.
I have no idea.
Did not happen.
You must have reminded them of some terrorist.
That suspicious.
Maybe they were.
guy.
Maybe they were thinking blonde-haired woman with little old Jewish guy. I don't know. Suspicion here. There's suspicion. All right, so we're back on the show, and we've got Dr. Amy coming on in 5 minutes, 6 minutes. You know what? She's the only one I don't have to. And I said this last time, and guess what happened? Dr. Amy, you don't have to call. You don't have to remind her. She's always there. And sure enough, she couldn't get on because she had a new phone or something. Oh, no. What was it?
Problems.
She had phone problems. Yeah.
Here,
Yeah. So, Dr. Amy, if you're listening, let's not make me have to. Let's not force me into having to contact you. Well, like I have to, contact other people. I don't even have to contact
Elad because I know his wife will remind him. That's 2 interviews I don't have to contact.
So most of that debate, from what I understand last night, was about the new Green Deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well,
I'm here in the streets of Rolla, and I'm with Cletus and Clem, and I want to know what they think about the Green New Deal. What do you think about it, fellas?
Well, I like the idea myself. I heard all about it a little bit. Well, I just think green's good. You know, anything green is good.
Yeah, but, I don't know about that green stuff. They kind of might mess up your head sometimes.
Your pickup is green. What are you talking about?
Well, because I like my green pickup. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
So you're okay with no cars, no pickup trucks, no planes, no fossil fuel, no jobs, tearing down every structure and rebuilding them. Then the elimination of all meat, including pork and prime rib. I didn't expect that kind of reaction when I was doing that interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
These guys just went a little nuts. I mean, they got in a car and they were driving around in circles and yelling and screaming. And you can hear the wheels going around. They're just going around in circles.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know where they were going. What the hell? Listen to that. That was really weird. They stayed. I don't know. I almost thought they were going to run me over for giving them the bad news. Come on, guys.
Oh, Clem and Clem.
I guess they don't listen to the radio or TV. I guess they didn't know what was going on.
No, probably not.
See, when you inform people, well, they take a different look at it. Whether, Green Deal. Oh, yeah, we like green. Sounds good. Even if it can mess up your mind a little bit, like, one of those guys said. Anyways, we're back on the show. We've got Dr. Amy on in about 2 or 3 minutes. Do we have enough time for a break?
No, it'll run a little bit late, but she'll be all right. She'll
be on time, and then she'll be mad. All right, well, call the show, 573-364-4433, after Dr. Amy, and get it off your chest.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community-serving.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this?
If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Warning, this is Microsoft. Your computer has been hacked, and you need to call the number displayed immediately.
Warning, do not call that number. This is a scam. Call A1 Tech of Rolla, LLC at 573-458-9175. If you have given these people access to your computer, or worse, your money, your computer is now compromised. A1 Tech is available both mobile and on-site to take care of all your tech needs, and was recently voted the best computer repair service in Phelps County. Call 573-458-9175.
The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The all-new 2019 Silverados have arrived at Fairground Auto Plaza. Get 0% APR for 72 months or $9,015 in total value on the all-new 2019 Crew Cab LT All-Star Z71 for well-qualified buyers with GM financing. Check out everything Fairground Auto Plaza has to offer. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
A single guy between the ages of 20 and 40 will be stopped and asked a lot more questions, and they're highly trained to see how they respond, if they look nervous, and so on and so forth, and it works well. I'll tell you something I heard Rush say. He said, in this country, in the United States, they should have two airlines. One of them engages in racial profiling, and one does not. And let everybody choose which airline they want to fly. And let's see how quickly everyone gets on which airline.
That's so well said.
Yeah, you got to use a little common sense. I mean,
they need a bigger plane.
The Rabbi. So here we go, right with the music, because this is clicking like clockwork, and we're about ready for our next interview. Why? Because this woman is on time.
Always.
Oh my goodness, she is obsessed with being on time, and I wonder if she has to see somebody for that.
She probably just looks in the mirror.
That's a great story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bad boss, expert, author, motivational speaker, mirror aficionado, singer, and the shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. Oh, gosh, yes. Okay. Hear from your relatives out there in Maryland and Detroit. Hi, Dr. Amy. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hey, what is your definition of living life fully? What is that?
It means enjoying life for all that it entails, instead of perhaps measuring ourselves based on what the Joneses are up to, but really thinking about what we need in order to feel fulfilled, and recognizing that that's different for different people. Some people are happy and feel content when they hang around with their family. Some need to be outside in nature. Some value solely how well they are doing at work or at school. So recognizing what we need, and then taking that and running with it.
How many people go into retirement and sort of just, give up on everything? I mean, and are they happy even if they're living fairly well off?
I mean, I think that's sort of a loaded question. It really depends on that particular person and what they've done with their life thus far. There are many who take up hobbies that they maybe couldn't do before because they were so busy working, and now are able to paint or travel. One of my daughters has a history teacher who he became a history teacher once he was in retirement. I don't know what he did before teaching, but he's really very, very well liked by the students, and shares a lot of stories with them, and brings a lot of passion to the classroom, and that's something that he maybe couldn't do until he retired. But
and yet,
he definitely
and yet,
that.
there's other people, Dr. Amy, that will go into a retirement thinking they're going to be happy, and they're dead within a couple months. So, how do you know what you really want to do until you do it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people thrive on it, and you could almost say I'm semi-retired, but I was determined to do a bunch of stuff and stay in what I'm doing as well. And, here I am on the radio for the last 11 and a half years, actually almost 12 years, and I enjoy the hell out of it, but I work my butt off here,
Sure, but you're really enjoying it and you're passionate about it. So that's something that you're able to. It's a gift that you were able to give to yourself to fulfill this dream or aspiration to have your show. And I think that's the key. When I'm able to slow down, which I'm actually really looking forward to, although it's many years away.
Really?
I hope to first off, learn a little bit more. I love to learn. And I'd like to take interesting classes or watch documentaries, things that would bore most people. Definitely not something I would do right now, but if I had the time, I would. Or perhaps take up yoga, something that would be different than what I might do otherwise. And I would still, want to give back to the community and help with, by maybe improving communication within different school systems or things that I could do just as a kind, helpful thing, but not something to necessarily be compensated for. So, but we all have those things that bring us joy and that inner feeling of contentment. We just have to recognize what that is and realize that it's fluid. What we love now may not be what brings us that happiness down the road.
Do you sometimes feel worthless? Sometimes, and if you do, what do you do to get yourself out of the funk?
That's a great question. I'm happy to say no, I don't feel worthless, and I think that those who do feel that way should have work on building themselves up from within. Recognize that you need to be your own personal cheerleader, your own biggest advocate, and you need to recognize what it is about yourself that you love or what it is about yourself that you appreciate, and also be truly honest and recognize what you might want to improve upon. Sometimes people feel worthless or very down in the dumps because they have behaved or acted in a way that is not appropriate, and when they take ownership of that, then they go, oh my gosh, this is really, really bad. But we can always learn from experiences, and if they're feeling worthless because others are sharing that and telling them that they are, then they need to remove themselves from those relationships.
Sometimes I feel like, what am I doing? I mean, sometimes I feel if I ask the question, is my wife is over here laughing her butt off, which is very rude. And now, see, this is part of my problem. She's laughing at me because, some days I feel like, I'm failing or something. And I have to remind myself. Now, see, now, before, I didn't have a mechanism to fight back. Now I think, you know what? It's all going to pass, and tomorrow you're probably going to feel better. That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
And and there's no reason. There's not a lot of reason for me to feel that bad.
Well, see, and so if you have reasons, then I think it's important to use it as a learning or a growth opportunity and figure out what that is and to move on. Sometimes we have to fail in order to pick ourselves back up and accomplish something even greater, and we've talked about that a number of times on your show.
Yes.
If you have a reason, and it's a justified reason, to feel, pretty bad about yourself, then do what you need to do to fix that. Think about, what would I have needed to do differently in this situation, or what should I do now so that in the future I don't feel this way.
As the Rabbi Moshe said on my show live last week, there's a old Jewish story taken from one of the old Jewish books that says that God failed the first 5 times he tried to create the earth. And I don't know if you're familiar with this story or not, but he did it, you could say almost purposeful, to set the example for humans to follow, that you don't give up after you fail, that you keep trying until you succeed. Does
sure,
that make sense?
I mean, it definitely does. And I think that we do need to recognize that it takes all of those extra little steps and the missteps in order to get us to the end result. And when we recognize that it's part of that process, I think that's where we end up feeling that sense of accomplishment when we do move forward. I know you like my stories, so I have another one for you. It's been on my mind all day long. I have a high schooler now. Mm-hmm. Michael's in 9th grade, and he is taking an advanced placement class, which is that class that you take so that you get out of a high school or a college course down the road. And it's a history course, and he really, really likes the teacher. But pretty much the whole class failed their first test. And, he's a good student, and he prides himself on that. And he was pretty upset that he got this failing grade. So it was very interesting because we had a parent-teacher meeting, and some of the parents were really upset at this teacher, that the teacher let the students fail. And, Dave, what would you do in that situation? Would you be upset that your kid failed, or would you be upset that the teacher perhaps didn't teach well? Or, I mean, so
I have an example of this, my own personal story. My father came in from Chicago in my restaurants. I think I just had one at the time here in Rolla, Missouri. It was about 1978. And we had always gotten straight A's on every single McDonald's inspection that they had done. New guy comes in, and there's a little smudge on one of the baseboards, and he pushes me down to a B on cleanliness. Now, my father started in on this guy, and he actually was going to physically attack him.
Oh, gosh.
Physically attack him. He was so distraught and so mad. I had to grab my father and pull him away and sit him down and say, just cool off. Just don't worry about it, all right? In the meantime, this guy who did that, the McDonald's guy, is like one of my best friends now and became a really good friend of my father's, too, after that. But that's an example of what can happen when you're feeling all upset about losing or something.
And instead of saying, okay, wow, I didn't expect that, that makes, now I need to be even more careful.
Well,
and
that's
make sure
what I said.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I didn't use any swear words or anything behind or before it.
Good.
Right.
But that's the key. I mean, I personally, as a parent, was frustrated that my kid, who normally does really, really well, was deflated by getting a failing grade. And the teacher was saying, you guys are most likely all going to fail this test. Mm-hmm. And so going into a class with that negative attitude about failure and about worthlessness, that I don't care for. To say and to turn it the exact opposite, like a 180 almost, and say, you're going to have a test, and the test is going to be incredibly hard, and it's going to use different skills that you're not used to using because it's college level, but you're not going to probably do as well as you want now, but I promise you the work isn't going to get easier, but you're going to get better.
I don't find that...
can be reframed. Yeah. That's not negative.
Yes. And I like that. And, there's a lot of kids that are really smart that get straight A's without a lot of effort, and then they go do something and they fail one thing, and it just kills their life because they don't know how to handle it.
Exactly. And so, but to me, it's the way things are framed and the way they are phrased. And literally, I wouldn't have spoken up in the meeting. I would have spoken to the teacher privately. It was really a whole parent-teacher thing, which was not pleasant by, those who decided to participate. But I just sat back as a bystander thinking, if I really wanted to say something, that is what I would say to the teacher. Do what you're doing, but phrase it differently so that you help to preserve the kids' egos and teach them the importance of grit. Because when we have grit, when we're able to work and continue to work and work and work despite certain setbacks, recognizing that at the end we will have some type of a positive result, that end goal is achievable. It's just going to take a lot of hard work. When we have that grit, that's when we truly feel happy and fulfilled and find that sense of like living that full life. That's because we are not just sitting around eating bonbons, but we have purpose.
How'd you find out about my bonbons? Did you tell her? Let me tell you something, Dr. Amy. I wrote down 4 questions. I usually write down more. I only asked you one of the questions that was written down. And that's how interesting you are as an interviewee, I should say.
Definitely.
Is to be able to go off in different tangents on just some of the things you say. And they're really good. It's really good stuff and how it relates to my life and to your life. I feel like I ought to pay you for this, but that ain't happening. But other than Dave Weinbaum, here's what I can do. Other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you?
You can find me at CooperStrategicGroup.com or AmyCooperHakim.com. My book, Working with Difficult People, is sold anywhere books are sold, also on ebook and audio format, and also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Amy Cooper Hakim.
Hey, Dr. Amy, how do you know a pony has a cold?
How?
He's a little horse.
That's cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. I always try to tell you jokes that you can tell your kids.
I know.
And then you probably will have
people.
You're probably going to have to explain it to Elad. Why is that funny? Well, I'll tell you, honey. This is why it's funny. All right, so just say hello to Elad and Shabbat Shalom to you and the kids and Elad. All right?
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye. All right. Wow. Isn't that something?
That was
She's
good.
So good.
She
and
is.
I actually crossed out another question, but it was one of her quotes, and I thought I was asking a question that I was reading, and I actually scribbled over. I had only 4 questions. I could absolutely interview her without any preparation.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm a nut. I mean, I've got my own mental health issues, I think, and I've been in therapy. And
you know what I don't understand about this mental health thing?
Yeah.
How, with the HIPAA law, how can they do a background check on you and check your mental capacity when that would be breaking the HIPAA law, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
I don't understand.
And then it'll get politicized. You know it, and I know it.
Yeah.
And people will be discriminated based on who they back in an election. Had nothing to do with your mental health.
Exactly.
And that's what we got to. You got to have government stay the hell away. Okay, we have to have other solutions to guns because people aren't going to lose their guns. People will go and shoot their way out of a confiscation.
Oh yeah,
and
never happening.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. And it's ridiculous to even say so. All right, we got to do a break, right?
Yep.
All right, call the show, 573-364-4433. It's unfettered for the last 15 minutes. I got a few extras I'll play, but you know what? I want your calls. Get it off your chest.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their number 1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
It's been over 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. The name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. Thousands of customers have done business with Muffler Mart because they do what they say they're going to do. Woo! The next time you need work on your vehicle, head to Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434. Muffler Mart in Rolla.
The Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger is one of McDonald's most popular burgers in Spain. To try one, you'd have to reprogram your GPS,
recalculate it,
go to the airport, leave your car, buy a plane ticket, land in Madrid, and go to McDonald's.
Bienvenido a McDonald's.
Or you could hang that next left and get to your neighborhood McDonald's now. Because for a limited time, the juicy Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger and other worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
If you've watched Storage Wars, you know how smelly and moldy your valuables can get. Daniel's climate-controlled units ends all that. It's like a spa for your stuff. Call Investment Realty at 364-4050 and reserve a unit for Daniel's climate-controlled and secure storage. That's 364-4050.
When you're ready to find the best steak in Rolla, head over to Sydney's at 707 North Pine in downtown Rolla. All their steaks are aged 30 days and hand-cut to perfection. This weekend is Ribeye Weekend. Get a 16-ounce ribeye steak with Sydney's signature spice blend and 2 sides only $14.99. And choose Sydney's with over 100 different whiskeys, scotches, and bourbons and over a dozen draft beers to complement the best steak around. Call 426-3707 for reservations. Lunch specials on Facebook. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 1:30 a.m. daily.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz says former President Obama lied to him about supporting the state of Israel, which is now forcing him to reconsider his Democrat Party affiliation. One America's Neil McCabe has the details.
Look, Israel is being accused in the court of public opinion, particularly at universities and by the left, starting with a phone call I got when I was in Israel at a very, very noisy nightclub from President Obama. He then invited me into the Oval Office to talk to him, and he made me promises, which he broke. And I broke my relationship with President Obama.
All right, back on the show. And as soon as Stan gets to it, we're going to have the second little piece of Dershowitz, because it's very interesting. You know, I've been calling on Jews, especially Alan Dershowitz, who is one smart person who has represented Israel. He's represented the state of Israel. And I've quizzed, well, why the hell are you still a Democrat? Knowing full well that anti-Semitism is now accepted and promoted in the Democratic Party. Well, here's the second part of that. Hit it, please.
Dershowitz has said that when Obama told him he would always have Israel's back, it was so Obama could stab Israel in the back.
President Obama's decision on the way out to allow the United Nations to condemn Israel for occupying the Western Wall, the holiest place in Judaism, the Jewish Quarter, Hebrew University, the Hadassah Hospital access roads, was abominable. And I took very strong positions against President Obama.
Obama's policies embolden Israel's chief foe, Iran, he said.
Iran has pledged to destroy Israel if they ever develop a nuclear weapon. And Iran's surrogates, Hezbollah and people in Syria, are seeking to destroy Israel. So Israel is always at security risk, and it has to take preventive actions and other actions as it's doing today.
Now, I don't know if he did it there. I was looking at other stuff, but he has said he's looking into dropping out of the Democratic Party, becoming an independent, I guess. But that's some progress, and I always wondered about that. Here's a really smart guy, a Harvard law professor who has been on a lot of famous cases and things like that, and he's still sticking with a party that hates Israel, hates Jews, a president. How does he not know, smart guy like that Barack Obama didn't hate Jews? How did he not know of Barack Obama's relationship to Louis Farrakhan and to Reverend Wright, all hating Jews? How did he not recognize his behavior of being anti-Israel all the way through, no matter what he said to him personally? I have trouble understanding people like him. I guess there's just something there. There's some kind of a chip missing in their brain.
Well, the walk away thing is kind of new, because a lot of, like my dad, he was a Democrat all his life. He wasn't really a bad guy. You know, he didn't believe in a lot of the things they believe in now, but he was born and raised a Democrat. And a lot of people are still
it was
stuck.
a little different back then. It wasn't as, I mean, there were reasons not to be a Democratic back then. But you know, they went along with backing Israel, and they went along with condemning the Holocaust and condemning people who hated Jews and things like that. But it's metastasized, this party, to something that no, your dad would not recognize.
Stan, your dad wouldn't recognize this party, would they?
No. All
right, well, listen, I want to justify a few of the things and where I got some of the scut work done on this Ilhan Omar, and I want you to know that this didn't come from anywhere. Here's extra two. James Mitchell, and he's talking to Ducey, Steve Ducey's kid, who's a Fox News reporter, and a damn good one, too. So hit it, please.
18 years ago this morning, you were watching this on TV just like the rest of us. Fast forward, and you are face-to-face with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the mastermind of 9/11. What was that like?
Well, in the beginning, he was really arrogant. There's a fuss now at Guantanamo trying to suggest that the EITs led him to confess to this crime. But in fact, before I ever used any EITs on him at all, he said he was the mastermind of 9/11 and wanted to talk about that. So in the beginning, he was haughty and arrogant and proud of himself, and then afterwards, he became much more normal in our conversation. Yeah, he struck me as a monster. He's a person who believes that a Western democracy, our democratic republic, can't coexist with Sharia, and the way to spread violent Sharia through the world was to attack the United States and frighten the American people. Remember, he said that what he wanted to do was target the minds of the American people so that we would be afraid to oppose the spread of Sharia.
How do you explain to people who know you have a history with him why it has taken 18 years, he still has not gone on trial? It looks like his trial date is going to be in 2021. What's taken so long?
Well, in the beginning, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed told me as he was being transferred to Guantanamo that he was going to confess to his terror activities and to 9/11 and to killing Daniel Pearl, and he was ready to go be martyred and go to paradise. And then Barack Obama and Eric Holder set aside that confession and wanted to bring that trial to New York so they could take a victory lap and aggrandize themselves by claiming credit for his conviction. And once he did that, I think that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed decided that his God was telling him to drag this out as long as possible, because in their worldview, the worldview of these terrorists, the misery and the pain and the agony of their victims is like sacrament to their God.
So we're back on the show. Do you understand the context of what I was saying earlier? Mm-hmm. That this is how they're going about trying to infiltrate and eventually take over the United States of America and just about all the world. Look at Europe right now. Look at what's going on. It's incredible. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello, you're on the air. Whoops, I guess they didn't want to...
Might have been a business call.
Could have been. All right, well, call back if you just wanted to regather your thoughts or whatever. I've got 4 minutes to go. So I got 4 minutes. It's like I got 4 minutes to go, and I got, okay, wait a minute.
Hours worth of material.
I've got 20 more things to cover. 20 more things. But you know what I want to cover, which is really important, and I'll forget if I don't?
Well, keep in mind you only have 3 minutes to go now.
Okay, all right. Well, I want to thank the people who pushed this show. Gary out there in Texas, Stoney, JJ, Stephanie, Randy, Shayna from Israel, Judy, Scott, James, Cliff, Hannah, Kathy and Mike Dillon, Irish Eileen in Chicago, Tim, Bruce, Jane, Ben, Kim, Jean, Rosaline, Holly, Jim, Liz, Mary Lou, Brendy from New York, Norm, Sadie from Israel, Crotus. I can't read this one. So I can't read it. Sorry. DeAnna, Eve, Sherry, and Cutie Pie. All right, so thank you so much for being friends of the Dave Weinbaum Show. I also want to give a shout-out to Fairground Chevrolet. Amber Hobbs had a birthday. She's 29 again. And good friends Larry Hobbs, her husband, an old man she's with, and Mark Woods. And I appreciate all of you who are listening to the show. We're in our final 2 minutes. 2-minute warning!
That's
okay.
Right.
So I really enjoyed this show. I hope you did too. If you're out there in California, I want to thank you for listening to the show like you have, and all the international countries out there that are listening to the show. It's really something. You know, when I was talking to Dr. Amy and thinking, what does living your life fully mean? Well, I think I'm doing it. Absolutely. I think I'm doing it. I'm still productive. I'm almost 71. I've got great people who I work with. I've got a great wife who can be a pain in the tuchus sometimes, but that's life. Building a house and all that stuff, that should be a great adventure. See how we last through that. And, Stan, and I got Steve and Jesse out there. It's a great team, I think. And we got to keep going. Whatever the music.
It's still here.
Okay.
I wanted to hear you, too,
Oh, well. You never want to listen to me every time. So, no, it's not true. But I really appreciate the sponsors, and we could use a few more here. Call me, 573-578-2700, or Stan at what?
364-4433, and just leave a message, and
He's so popular, he doesn't want to give out his private number. Should I do that? No, you don't want me to.
You're a McDonald's guy,
What was that got to do with it?
Well,
I can tell you this much.
You want to
check out my drive-thru at McDonald's. I added $10 of paint, and I believe I've stopped the waiting time a lot in drive-thru. People get their orders taken quicker. Anyways, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.